so quick about Vegas, Ouachita Tigers fans defense.
Is a proud sponsor of the Ouachita Baptist University Tigers. Score big with meat that is cut fresh daily, perfect for the grill, and enjoy lower prices in the Bear Stadium or watching the prices. In a hurry, let us do the shop.
Don't know what I was thinking. A little scary. Scared his mother, I'm sure of that. But it was a first down. Great job by Gabe Goodman. He didn't want to get that punt blocked, and so he faked out one defender, and then he ran for that first down. I asked him about the Tigers bouncing back this week. They're just not accustomed to losing and losing the way they did last week. How has the team responded?
I would say that we're the same. I mean, we have the same goal, and, we're just on to the next week. Every game's the same. And so, I mean, it's no different than when we played OKBU the first game or when we played Tech the next time. It's just kind of next game, next practice, just everything like that.
That is the approach of this team every single week. They win big, even a loss of last week. They approach every game the same way. They're very consistent, very level-headed about the way they prepare for football games week to week. And he repeated that, as we always hear from Ouachita players. They learn that from their coaches, and they take it to heart. But while the team prepares in the same way for each opponent, the Battle of the Ravine is special in every way, from students camping out at the Tiger all week and the huge crowd in the stands today. What is at stake for each team? There's so much that's special about today's game, and he watched these games growing up in Arkadelphia. I asked him what it meant to him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely something I've dreamed about. Like, when I first started kicking, it was always like I could kick in the Battle of the Ravine. And especially in 2019 with the field goal at the end, it's just pretty amazing to think like that could happen again. Or even we could just blow them out, and that'd be even better. But it's just a great opportunity to be able to play in a game like that.
That's the approach you want from a kicker, right? He's ready if he's called on to kick a game-winning field goal, but he'd just as soon have a blowout, he says. I don't know that that's going to happen. These are two awfully good teams. Maybe he'll get a special opportunity toward the end of the game. I also asked him about the kicking and special teams units. They have a history of being very close at Ouachita, and I asked him if that was the case this year.
I feel like this year's K unit is what we call it, has been one of the best. So, I mean, I've only been here for 2 years, but I mean, we're all great friends. We all hang out, go get dinner together after practice. I mean, we love each other, and it's great to be able to practice with these guys.
Close relationship. He talked about his close relationship with Joe Couch, who is the punter for Ouachita that was injured, and so Gabe has been doing the punting as well. Of course, Joe is from Australia. A lot of people on campus just love to talk to him, to listen to his accent, but he is out today again, so Gabe is expected to punt and kick today. I asked him then, as I've asked all of our players that I've talked to all season long, to describe his relationship with his coaches.
I think my coaches are probably the best that I've ever had. They're just they're always there for you no matter what. I mean, you do something wrong, they're going to coach you up on it, but they're not going to just look past it and be like whatever. But, I mean, you can have a conversation with them about one thing, about class or your faith, and then the next moment it's about football. So it's really easy to be able to talk to them, and I mean, they're just the best in the business.
I had the opportunity to watch Gabe grow as a kicker. As a sophomore, he played behind a very good kicker for Arkadelphia High School. As a junior and senior, he was a starter on state championship teams, and a really important part of those teams as a fine punter and especially as a consistent place kicker. But he's definitely gotten better in college. The length of his kickoffs, his length on field goals, his punting as well, all of that has improved. So I asked him what the key is to his growth and improvement.
Yeah, the main thing is to look past your last kick. I usually get in the tendency to miss a kick and then only think about that. And so you can see earlier on in the year, I missed against OKBU and then I missed against SNU. And so you just have to get past it. And so I think that's the biggest thing that I've worked on. like not over kicking during practice, like, because if you kick more bad ones, then you're going to create bad habits trying to fix it. So you kind of just have to, like, if you have a bad one, just stop, and go on to the next one. Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to change anything. So that's my big thing.
Confident in his ability and his technique as a kicker and a punter. Really fine season again this year for Gabe Goodman. The game today, Gabe Goodman hopes, of course, to kick the game-winning field goal, but the game today is for a conference championship of sorts. Ouachita has a chance, but they don't control their own destiny. A win for Ouachita and a loss by Harding to Arkansas Tech would clinch a share of the Great American Conference Championship for the 2021 season. This would be Ouachita's 4th consecutive GAC title and its 6th overall. A win for Henderson clinches at least a share of the GAC title for the Reddies, which would be the 4th in their program history as well. A win for Henderson all but assures the Reddies a spot in the NCAA Division II playoffs. Henderson is ranked number 6 this week in the Super Region 3 rankings. Ouachita is ranked number 10. A win for the Tigers puts Ouachita back into consideration as the top 7 in the region are going to advance to the playoffs. The Battle of the Ravine. What a remarkable day. What a remarkable game this is every single year, especially when you've got an 8-2 and 9-1 set of teams to play in this game. It's arguably the most unique rivalry in all of college sports. Ouachita enters the game with a 1-game lead in the series at 44, 43, and 6. The Tigers have won 4 in a row, including a 24-21 victory in the last meeting in 2019. Of course, there was not a season in 2020. The series began in 1895. You heard that right. 1895, the first game between these two schools. It's the oldest rivalry in NCAA Division II and has been making headlines ever since with prank wars, national television broadcasts, goal line stands, overtime games, and standing room only crowds. And that standing room only crowd is a fact again today. A win over Henderson this week in this game would be the 7th season of at least 9 wins in Ouachita football history. 4 of the 6 previous 9-win seasons have come recently, making the current senior class the winningest class in Ouachita history. Ouachita's 9+ win seasons include 1948, 1975. Rex and I remember that game quite well in the Battle of Ravine, 9-2 that year for Ouachita. 2014, a 10-1 season. 2017, a 9-3 season. 2018, a 12-1 season. And 2019, a 11-1 season. As it stands now with Ouachita at 8-2, the 2021 Tigers are the 14th team in program history with at least 8 wins. What a game it is going to be today. Ouachita was down 21-17 and drove 74 yards and scored with 35 seconds remaining to beat the Reddies by 3 in 2019, the last time these two teams played. Braden Brazil, who is in the stadium today watching the game, threw for 223 yards with Allie Freeman as his top target. Allie had 7 receptions for 74 yards. Ouachita outgained Henderson 392 yards to 306. Damian McDonald, who is playing today, highlighted the defensive performance with 6 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 pass breakup, and 1 forced fumble. He's a senior, and he'll play for the Tigers today. That concludes the Baptist Health Tiger Countdown to Kickoff. Football is coming away next here on the Ouachita Football Network, presented by Visit Hot Springs.
What a day. Beautiful.
Couldn't ask for better.
Momentarily at the Battle of the Ravine on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University this year. This is Jeff Root along with me. Richard Atkinson will introduce the voice of the Tigers momentarily. You're going to hear a roar momentarily as Ouachita makes its way onto the field right below us. Richard, what a wonderful setting for the game today.
Could not ask for a better day. A fantastic crowd. We talked about it before the kickoff. The leaves are turning. It's a beautiful setting for football, and in my opinion, one of the best games you could ever go to, and it's going to be a fun one today. It doesn't really matter what the records are, but both these teams come in with good records, very good teams, nationally ranked. You can't ask for much more.
Ouachita fired up, entering the field. You hear the fans behind us. You'll probably hear the Henderson fans momentarily when their team comes out because there are a lot of Henderson fans here. In fact, we talk about standing room only. You might say sitting room only today because both berms are completely full.
Yeah, the berms are full, and there's still people coming in. We can't see the ticket office, but we imagine there's still a line there. And it's going to be just a fantastic day for football. Glad so many people can come out here, and just so many memories as we think about this game through the years. Dr. Root, and just, we on the sidelines. I was on the sidelines before the game, saw so many players that have contributed to these games in the past years. Saw Drew Harris. You remember his 7 touchdowns. A minute ago when Michael was recapping the game in 2019, he talked about Allie Freeman, Brain Brazil, Shun Thomas is down there on the sideline. So just all kinds of players from past years, and I was only down there for a few minutes. There are probably dozens and dozens more. And it's one of those games that brings everybody back from both sides, and that's what's really fun about it.
Both teams have recruits here also. This is a unique setting. Nobody else in Division II can claim a game like this, and so both teams like to take advantage of it for recruiting purposes.
Yeah, Ouachita had a huge crowd down there, and, of course, Ouachita is going to hope they win this so they can have some pleasant conversations with them afterwards. But it's a fun environment for any recruit to come to and just see this. At D2 level, this is as good as it gets, and, I'd say any level, this is as good as it gets.
Adding to that, the beautiful trees have really come alive in Ouachita Hills, and it just is a picturesque place right now. I know that a couple of professional photographers who are Ouachita grads are down on the sideline. They're going to get some great shots today. Arkadelphia will be the host of this game. There'll be a huge traffic jam after the game. It's something Arkadelphia doesn't usually see, but you treasure it on a day like today. Just a wonderful thing. Ouachita is set to kick off. Henderson will receive and run offense first. We'll go to the voice of the Tigers, Rex Nelson.
Thank you, Dr. Jeff Root. The 94th Battle of the Ravine. We missed it last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
We missed it, and it's back. Gabe Goodman, kick it off for Ouachita. Henderson will move right to left. Goodman's kick will be fair caught, and the Reddies will start out at the 25-yard line. Adam Morse, the Reddy quarterback, he's a redshirt senior. He was a transfer from Lamar University, and he's had one heck of a season, Richard.
He has. He makes their offense click. He's thrown for over 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, over 300 yards a game. Of course, he's got a heck of a receiver, Rex, to help him. And Elliott Curry out there has 83 catches on the year, one of the best receivers in Division II. This is an offense that can put up some points.
You'll hear Elliott Curry's name on Sundays, I predict.
There is a scout here. I've already seen at least one.
First down and 10, Henderson. Reddies work right to left to start the football game from their 25-yard line. Morse will come out of the shotgun. Is going to be passing on first down right across the middle of the field. Got a receiver at the 30, out to the 32 for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down and 3 for the Reddies. Nothing fancy about that. Just went to Elliott Curry, the redshirt senior. He's a transfer from Central Oklahoma. Pickup of 7, second down and 3. We'll see if the Reddies now will go to the ground. They come out of the shotgun again. One running back, that's Deuce Sproles. Sproles set to the right of his quarterback on second and short. He gets it coming left, breaks one tackle, cuts back up the field. Nothing there. Down at the 32-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Tigers did a good job stretching that one out and then coming to make the tackle, Terrell Gibson for the Tigers. And this is something to keep an eye on all game, Rex. 3rd down for the Tigers on offense and on defense. They were not good on either last week. This week they need to be good on 3rd down. They only allow opponents 37% of 3rd downs converting. Henderson converts on 53% of them. These are big plays in this game.
3rd and 3. Do they go back to Sproles on the ground, or does Morse go upstairs? I'd expect a pass right here. They set on the near hash mark. They are going to pass. Looking, Morse has time. It's batted in the air, and it's intercepted! It is intercepted by Ouachita. Coming up with it on the first possession, Terrell Gibson.
Gibson came down with the pick. I think it was Waller, Rex, who tipped it. The defensive lineman, Jamerick Waller, got his hand up there. He was hurried by Damian McDonald. A huge play by that defensive front for Ouachita. Ouachita is going to have good field position. That's the 12th interception of the year for Adam Morse.
Only 33 yards away, Jeff.
Really great opportunity for the Tiger offense. And look to Mr. Cole. T.J. Cole, leading rusher in the conference, leader all time in the conference.
T.J. Cole set in the pistol behind his quarterback, Grant Allen. Cole gets it, looking right side, trying to find extra running room, but only gets to the 31 for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. You know, it was such a rough week for Ouachita that we probably didn't give the attention that we should have given last week, Richard, to T.J. Cole becoming the all-time single-season leading rusher for the GAC.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a year, and he's only 167 yards away from being the number 2 rusher in single season for Ouachita. He's not number 3 right now. He's going to be in at the direct snap here.
I'm going to come out of the Wildcat this time with 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Out of the Wildcat, Cole cuts up the middle of the field, goes inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Gain of 3, 3rd and 5, Jeff, and probably now a passing situation for Ouachita.
Yeah, really might see either happen, but the quarterback does come back into the game. So Allen will line up at quarterback. Cole will stay in the game, and they've got 4 receivers.
Tigers moving left to right after the early turnover, facing a 3rd and 5 from the Reddy 28-yard line. Grant Allen, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. T.J. Cole set to his left. 2 wide receivers to either side for Grant Allen. Allen will pass, sets up, goes right side. Caught at the 20-yard line. High in the air for Ouachita was Connor Flanagan.
And great job by Allen that time. They brought a blitz right in his face up the middle. He just took it very quickly and hit the out route to Flanagan. It was a heck of a catch, Flanagan. Ouachita needed that first down. I talked about it a minute ago. 3rd downs are crucial. Ouachita gets the first one of the game, and they stopped Henderson on their first of the game. So far, that's a point for Ouachita.
Gain of 8 on 3rd and 5. So a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. There's T.J. Cole. Rolls off a tackle and has a good 5 yards down to the 15. And the Tigers, Jeff, are in the red zone with the 2nd and 5.
That is why he's the leading rusher this season for the conference, leader all-time in a single season. I'll tell you what, he should have been stopped for no gain, made a nice spin move, and then in traffic got 5 yards.
2nd down and 5, Ouachita working from the 15 of Henderson. Tigers set on the near hash mark. Come out of the pistol again. Grant Allen gives to T.J. Cole one more time. Cole this time only a yard. They may give him 2, let's call it, to the 13-yard line. Still going to bring up one of those 4-point plays we talk about, Richard. 3rd and 3.5 for Ouachita.
Yeah, kind of one of those in-betweens. Do you run? Do you pass? We've seen Grant Allen keep it here a lot. I wouldn't be surprised to see a called quarterback run here, Rex.
Need to get to the 10-yard line. They're 3.5 yards away. If they don't get it, they'll bring on Gabe Goodman to attempt the field goal. So let's see if they can pick up the first down here. Allen will pass right side, got a receiver down at the 5, diving for the end zone and down to the 1-yard line. And so down to the 1, that was Cole catching it coming out of the backfield, Richard, and it is 1st and goal.
Yeah, just an easy pass. They leaked him out in the flats, and he got it one-on-one, easy first down. And now Kendall Givens comes in, the touchdown machine for Ouachita. He's got 22 coming into the year.
He is just a freshman from Little Rock Christian. He will take the direct snap. Kendall Givens trying to get to the land of milk and honey, did not get there. Back to Jeff, he may have lost an inch or two. It'll still be about the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Really fine job by the Reddies to stop him. He was full steam hitting the line. I thought he was going to be able to fall into the end zone, but they stopped him cold. That's unusual, 220 pounds. He's a tough running back. He'll come out and Cole will come in.
Yeah, now they'll bring Cole in and he'll go out of the Wildcat. So Givens on 1st down. They'll go with T.J. Cole, the junior out of Pleasant Grove, Texas, on 2nd down. T.J. Cole dives into the land of milk and honey. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ouachita.
Exactly what Ouachita needed, Rex, after a rough start last week kind of doomed them. They came back in the second half and made it a game, but this week coming out and get the turnover on the first drive and the first touchdown, that's exactly what they needed to get this crowd into it. And Ouachita with the quick lead, Gabe Goodman on for the extra point.
Goodman, the sophomore out of Arkadelphia, will try to make this a 7-0 Ouachita lead. Snap, hold, kick, good. Ouachita Baptist University 7, Henderson State University nothing. Ouachita football 2021 presented by Visit Hot Springs continues with more of the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
It 7-0
does.
Ouachita.
And convert some 3rd downs. Actually, 2 third downs along the way, both of them with the pass. I think that's big going forward, giving that offense some confidence. And that's exactly, you couldn't ask for a better start to the game there, Rex.
They're still coming in, guys. This crowd's massive, Jeff. You can barely see the grass on either berm now.
It is a huge, huge crowd. Of course, Henderson really expecting the playoffs, looking for a win today to break that Ouachita winning streak.
Here is the kickoff by Gabe Goodman. This one will go into the end zone and be downed, and back to the 25 comes Henderson. So Ouachita gets the turnover on 1st down. I don't expect Henderson to change anything. I expect Morse to be passing quite a bit, Richard, and looking for Elliott Curry more often than not.
Yeah, they hit him on 1st down. Didn't know if he was trying to go there on 3rd down, but the ball was batted away. They can run the ball, but it's a little more by committee. Deuce Sproles, the starter, only averages about 56 yards on the ground a game. So they are looking to pass most of the time. The run is going to set up that pass generally for the Reddies.
Sproles is the running back. Now he will go in motion, so an empty backfield for Henderson on 1st down. So Morris is going to be passing here. Straight drop, looks across the middle, got a receiver, and close to a 1st down. Nice play call there, Jeff, to Xavier Malone, the junior, a transfer from Northeast Mississippi Community College, got 9 yards.
Yeah, when they put the running back out at wide receiver, then Hayes went to the running back, and a linebacker had to cover the wide receiver in the slot. He was able to get open for the 1st down, or for a good gain.
2nd and 1 from the 34. See if they go to Sproles now. He sets up in the pistol, directly behind his quarterback, Adam Morse. Morse gives to Sproles. Sproles coming left, hit hard, and he's short of the first down, Richard. That was Austin Guyman.
Yeah, Guyman got in there very quickly to set up another third down here. I would expect the Reddies maybe keep it on the ground again, but Guyman, the senior linebacker, did made a great play there.
3rd down and 1. Here's a big one. We'll see if this Ouachita defense can force a 3 and out. 3rd and 1, Reddies trailing 7-0, working from their 34-yard line. Sproles, the running back. Morse will give to him. Sproles coming right. He is not going to get there. It's going to be 4th and short for Henderson. Did not get there. Anthony Freeman on the tackle.
It was a little bit of a late whistle. I was worried if we were going to have a pushing contest again, but they did finally blow it as they stopped his forward progress. It's 4th down.
Henderson looks like they're thinking about it now. They're sending the punting team on. So
you cannot give up that kind of field position.
They had 2nd and 1, Rex, and they were not able to get the first down as Ouachita Stone Cold stopped them on 2nd down and 3rd down. And so Ouachita with the excellent return man, Connor Flanagan, is going to have a chance to return this one.
Connor Flanagan, the return man for Ouachita. Tristan Heaton is the punter for Henderson. Heaton sets up, low snap, pulls it down, low line drive of a kick, and it'll be fair caught. But, Jeff, pretty good field position for the offense from the 30-yard line.
It is. They'll start at the 30-yard line. Allen is hot, 2 for 2 to begin the game, and Cole has been running well. Ouachita up 7-0.
Will pause. Ouachita, as Jeff said, leads at 7-0. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Springs, continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Alumni standing up, some former cheerleaders standing up for Ouachita. It is a big, big crowd, huge crowd of students there standing throughout the game. The alumni really showed up for this game from both schools. This is just a tremendous crowd today.
And you mentioned how beautiful the Leafs were. They waited till the Battle of the Ravine to really show out. Our old neighborhood of Ouachita Hills looking good today, Dr. Root.
Yeah, looking very, very good. Beautiful day. Ouachita sets up. The wind is kicking up a little bit right now, and it favors Ouachita.
It's your old neighborhood, Rex. It's Dr. Root's current neighborhood.
Old and current. Yeah, good point. Out of the pistol comes Ouachita. Kendall Givens is the running back. Set behind Grant Allen. Givens, the freshman, gets it, puts a head down, and is going to have 3 yards out to the 33, where it'll be 2nd down and 7. Tigers moving left to right with a 7-0 lead. Clock running, 7:42 remaining in the first quarter of the 94th Battle of the Ravine.
I think it's going to be important for Ouachita to get Givens going today. Didn't really get going last week. There were so many other issues they had as well, but you want to be able to use both Givens and Cole today to keep those guys fresh. So good to see him pick up a good gain on first down there, about 3 yards.
2nd down and 7, Ouachita. Allen passing right down the line of scrimmage. Got T.J. Cole. Cole out over the 35, out to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 5, Jeff, and going to bring up a very important 3rd and 2 for Ouachita.
Tigers are perfect on 3rd down so far in this football game. They'll have another chance. They are changing players on just about every play here. Back comes Dean checking back into the game. Pillow checks in, or that's going to be another fullback checking in. Burnham, I think, has just checked in to do some blocking for Givens, who's checked in at running back.
3rd down and 2. Big play here. Let's see if Ouachita, actually 3rd and 3, can keep this drive alive as they will come out of the pistol. Going to pass. Grant Allen tucks now. Going to run for it. And he is up to the 40-yard line and a first down, Ouachita.
I think he got it. That was a heck of a run. They brought in the big package to try and make Henderson think they were going to run it. Henderson did a good job staying with the guys in the open field. There's only two-man route. Nobody open, all kinds of pressure. Allen did a good job just kind of bobbing and weaving Rex, and then he got hit hard, but he got the first down. It was a big play from the quarterback.
Good job by the sophomore from Springdale to get the first down, and the Tigers have a new set of downs. They'll come out of the shotgun. Allen with Kendall Givens set to his right. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. They give him the jet sweep. Connor Flanagan hits that sideline, has positive yardage, Jeff, out over the 45 to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Really nice block by Gibbons on the sideline. Let him get about 3 or 4 extra yards before he ran out of real estate on this nearest sideline. Ouachita moving the ball, nearing midfield.
You'll take 6 on first down anytime, though, Richard.
Anytime. This opens it up a little bit more. They're going to bring in a couple receivers here, Key McKnight and Tucker Swoboda. They can do a lot of things here on 2nd and 4.
2 receivers out to the wide side. That's the left side of the field. They will go on the handoff right up the middle to Kendall Givens, and Givens gets out to the Ouachita 49. That'll bring up, Jeff, a 3rd down and 1. So Ouachita needing to pick up a yard here to keep this possession alive.
Tigers are going to go with a big set, and I believe we might see a direct snap. Cole is checked in.
Yep.
He's the one you want. You want the ball in his hands on 3rd and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knows it.
The single-season record holder in rushing for the GAC, TJ Cole. On 3rd down and 1, he'll get the direct snap. He's trying to turn the corner, and he's going to lose yardage. Tackle by Henderson's Demarion Parham, and Ouachita's going to have to punt. That play looked a little discombobulated from the start, Jeff, as he had trouble with the snap initially.
He did. He faked to his left and then came to the near side of the field, the short side of the field, and he slipped as he tried to make a cut. The hole he wanted to go through wasn't available, and it spread out the play. Coming closer to the sideline, he ran out of time.
Yeah, they filled the holes. You've got to credit the Henderson defensive line that time.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, the snap is a little off, too.
4th down, Goodman high, spiraling, beautiful punt, and going to go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So trailing by the score of 7-0, the Reddies are going to have 96 yards to go as they will start at the 4-yard line, Jeff.
What a wonderful punt. Tracked all the way out of bounds by the return man who didn't realize he was stepping out of bounds himself, and they very carefully spotted that at the 4-yard line. Wonderful job by Goodman, who, of course, didn't start the year as the punter, but has shown a lot of skill at that position.
Henderson trailing 7-0 with the football, 4:11 left to go first quarter. Morse sets up a yard deep in his end zone out of the shotgun. Deuce Sproles is his running back. Sproles will get it coming left. Nothing there. Good job by Ouachita in there that time, Richard. Micah Gonzalez.
Yeah, Micah Gonzalez, the backside defensive end, did a great job crashing down and catching him from behind. And that defensive line right now for Ouachita is playing. He's just a freshman, Rex, from Tampa.
2nd down and 10 from the 4. Reddies probably look for him to go to the air now. Tigers took advantage of an early turnover to take this 7-0 lead as Henderson threw an interception on its first possession of the Battle of the Ravine. Out of the shotgun again comes Morse. Nope, going to go back to the ground, and again, nothing there. 1, 2, 3. Now on second effort, a lot more. Initially, nothing there, but on second effort, Jeff, out to the 8-yard line. Still going to bring up 3rd and 6 in what I would expect to be a passing situation for Henderson.
Before that run, Sproles had 4 attempts, and each one was a no gain. So that time a little extra momentum on his side, fighting for yardage. He did get some, but as you said, tough situation for Henderson now on 3rd and long.
3rd and 6. Reddies work from their 8. Morse out of the shotgun. Sproles to his right to block. Morse is going to roll left on the bootleg. Got a receiver at the 10, out to the 15, out to the 18-yard line, and a first down Reddies. It was Xavier Malone. They faked the handoff, and then he came naked to the left side. The quarterback had an open receiver. That was a good play call.
It was a fantastic play call because it was they got it to Malone, and he dragged all the way behind the line of scrimmage across the formation, so nobody was able to stay with him. That was a fantastic play call.
First down and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line now for the Reddies, trailing 7-0. Pitch on the jet sweep, trying to turn the corner, and not much there. Good job by Ouachita as Ty Compton comes up to make the tackle.
Really fine play. They were able to catch up with Curry. Gang tackling, too. Everybody sprinting to the football.
Yeah, it was Curry that time. They're just trying to get the ball to him, and as you said, Compton ran him down. Also, Damian McDonald forced that to go even further outside by getting upfield. As you can tell, they're paying attention to Curry.
2-yard gain that time for Curry. 2nd down and 8 from the 20. Running backs this time to either side for Morse. Morse fakes to Sproles, passes out into the flats. Incomplete. In fact, very close to an interception out there for that man Ty Compton we've been talking about.
That was very, very similar, if not the exact same, as they ran on 3rd down to convert that 3rd down a minute ago. Ty Compton, the linebacker, learned from it and made the play that time. 3rd and long. Ouachita sending in a bunch of new players more for coverage here.
3rd and 8 from the 20. We'll see if the Reddies can convert. They'll be going upstairs with 2 receivers to either side. Moving right to left, they set on the far hash mark, trailing 7-0, and I think
false start. Right
Yep.
tackle moved for Henderson.
All right, so that makes it 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line. You know, when you've got an Elliott Curry, I'm not sure there's much difference, Jeff, from a 3rd and 8 or a 3rd and 13. You know they're going to be passing.
Also notice that Gregory Jr. has been assigned to him. He's going to line up against him as often as possible. He was lined up on that play. He'll have to do it again on this play because he's going to be the target, one would think, at least their first target.
3rd down, 13 needed for a 1st down for the Reddies. Out of the shotgun, Morse, straight drop back, setting up a short pass left, 1 broken tackle, but not 2, and down at the 18-yard line after a gain of only 3, and on 4th and 10, Richard, the Reddies are going to have to punt it away.
They tried to set up the screen, and Ouachita had 3 linebackers there. Was able to dodge the first tackle, but they cleaned up after that. It was Austin Guyman getting the tackle. Good recognition there as Henderson played it a little safe, and Ouachita punted when they didn't get the 1st down inside the 5-yard line, and now they're going to get a punt, and so the field position battle's going Ouachita's way at this point.
Connor Flanagan back deep to return for Ouachita. Heaton, the punter, sets up back at his 4-yard line, and we got flags again, and I think the Reddies are going to move back again.
Yeah, another false start.
Wow. So move the Reddies back some more. 4th down, between 14 and 15 needed for a 1st down. So Connor Flanagan moves up a little bit. He sets up at his 46-yard line, hoping at a chance for a return. Snap, a good one. Heaton's kick is out of there, fairly short, so it will be fair caught. And Jeff, it's going to be wonderful field position for Ouachita as the Tigers will start at their 48.
Almost opportunity here to eat up the first quarter, just mainly playing great defense in the 1 touchdown drive. Now Ouachita will have a chance to enter the 2nd quarter in 49 seconds with a lead and the ball in great field position.
Boy, this has been a fast first quarter.
And Ouachita, I mean, we'd have to look, but, I mean, this is about where they punted it away from a minute ago, so they really lost nothing and just ate up some time as Henderson wasn't able to get more than the 1 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line. They come out of the pistol. T.J. Cole is the running back. They fake to Cole. Allen back to his right, and he's under pressure. You had to hurry the pass a little too much. Hayden Waller, the intended receiver, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I think incomplete was the best you were going to get from that play. It was really fine pressure on the quarterback. The receiver not really open, but not intentional grounding. Threw it just short of the receiver.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose, and that was smart. It looked like a run-pass option. The run wasn't going to be there because Cole would have been tackled, and the guy that was going to tackle Cole was almost going to sack Allen. He just kind of threw it at the defender and Waller's feet.
Tigers with trips to the near side, 1 man to the far side. 2nd down, 10 yards needed for a 1st down. Now Connor Flanagan goes in motion right to left. Out of the shotgun, called quarterback keeper, running room, 30, 25, 20. They are not going to catch Grant Allen. He's to the land of milk and honey. There are no flags down. Touchdown, Grant Allen. Touchdown, Ouachita.
Richard, we noticed that Henderson, as they lined up, they were putting a lot of pressure on the edges to come after the quarterback, but they were leaving the middle open.
Yeah, and we've seen the called quarterback run work a lot for Ouachita this year. Grant Allen's gotten several 10, 15-yard runs, but Ouachita pulled the guard around, and I think pulling was Stafford, and he took the one linebacker out of the play, and then it was off to the races for Allen.
52 yards for the quarterback. Extra point is up and good, and with 36 seconds left in the first quarter, it's now Ouachita 14, Henderson nothing. Ouachita football 2021 presented by Visitant Springs continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
Because communications really relates to anybody, anywhere. And we tackle everything from interpersonal communication, group communication, how to make presentations, to studying mass communications and media. And our students are really interested in going out and being media producers. And one of the first things you have to do is to understand the media before you can adequately and efficiently communicate messages.
Back to Rex Nelson.
Here is the kick. This one's going to be returnable, but they're not going to return it. That's a free ball down at the 2-yard line, and the tackle is made at the 2. The Reddies are going to start all the way back at their own 2-yard line.
Well, they were expecting it to bounce into the end zone, and it didn't bounce. And the return man looked at it for a minute, and then finally picked it up, and then making the tackle at the 2-yard line for the Tigers was Tommy Crumpton, the third, and huge special teams play. They're going to give him the 3. I thought it was
Yep, they are going to give him the 3. I thought it was
huge
too.
Play.
But if you're Ouachita, you'll take the 3, Jeff. Reddies backed up.
Unbelievable. How many times do you see a kickoff just die when it hits the
Yeah,
turf?
it did. Did not bounce at all. And, of course, that's a free kick, so the kicker quickly had to get back there and pick it up. 1st and 10, Henderson. They trail Ouachita 14-0 coming out of the shotgun. Quarterback Morris sets up in his end zone. Out of the pistol now as he's got a running back behind him trying to get out of the end zone. Tackle at the 1. Boy, Ouachita was coming in there trying to get the safety for a minute, but able to get back into the field of play was Henderson's Frederick O'Donnell.
Yeah, Austin Guyman, the first man there. That's the first carry we've seen from McDonald. It's been Sproles most of the time, and Henderson a little out of sorts. I think they may let the quarter run out now with less than 10 seconds to go.
I think they're going to. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they'll cover the length of the field before we have another snap and go to the other end of Benson Williams Field. At the end of the first quarter of the 94th Battle of the Ravine, our score is Ouachita 14, Henderson nothing. Ouachita football 2021. Presented by Visitant Springs continues from Cliff Harris Stadium in Arkadelphia in 60 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
Spoke to the team last night. He said, you're always going to remember this game. Well, I think Allen will remember the seas parting and his 52-yard touchdown run, and I think Goodman will remember the kickoff that landed at the 2 and just stayed there. Now Henderson's in a tough spot.
Let's see what the Reddies do on 2nd and 10. They work from their 3-yard line, trailing 14-0. Morse, the quarterback, one running back set behind him. That's Frederick O'Donnell. Wide receiver to the left side on 2nd and 10. They're going to pass. Morris can't find anybody open, trying to come out of the end zone now. Dumps it off to an open receiver, and they're out of the hole. He got over the 20, got out to the 23-yard line. Ouachita was able to let that running back, Frederick O'Donnell, get open.
That was a heck of an individual effort from Morse there. It looked like he was maybe going to be hitting in the end zone for a safety. He was able to dodge around, pump fake, got a defender on his jumping in the air, and then was able to just dump it off to the running back. So got to give credit there to Morse.
A 23-yard gain. Yeah, excellent play by the quarterback, Morse, the senior for Henderson. Morse passing on first down, has time this time, can't find anybody open. Now he bumps and finds an open receiver at the 40, at the 50, at the Ouachita 40, at the Ouachita 39-yard line. There's Xavier Malone, the junior, but a flag is down, Richard.
Yeah, he had a long time to throw. I was going to say it was too long. Ouachita was sitting in zone. You can't give him that much time, but coming up down the field and just pointing back at that flag was Clark Yarbrough. As his jersey was pulled off his shoulder, he was just pointing at that flag, and that's why he had so much time. And so erased that big gain, and you had the Henderson crowd cheering, and then all of a sudden the Ouachita crowd cheering when they saw the flag.
So back up the Reddies. 14-13 left first half. 1st and 20, Henderson working from its 13-yard line. Morse probably will be passing now on every down since they start with 1st and long. Reddies with 2 wide receivers to either side working from the far hash mark. Morse with an empty backfield, sets up across the middle of the field. Got a receiver, slips, goes to the 20.
Ouachita saw that. They were going to let that happen in front of them. They were keeping stuff in front, as that was a quick tackle after the catch.
Yeah.
Ty Compton got in and made that tackle, but a good first down play when it was 1st and 20.
Went to the tight end, Mike Benning, that time. So a gain of 7, 2nd and 13, Henderson. Look for Adam Morse to be passing yet again. 13-20 left first half. Ouachita leading 14-0. Ready, set on the near hash mark this time. Morse, straight drop. Comes right side. Got a receiver at the 25. Good open field tackle that time by Ouachita as Hayden Lassiter, Jeff, flashed in there and made the stop. And now the Reddies face a 3rd down from the 25, needing 8 yards for a first down.
They've gone to Benning the last 2 plays, haven't gone back to Curry lately. We might see him on a 3rd down and long.
3rd and 8 for Henderson. We'll see if Ouachita's defense can get the stop. Whole student section on this Ouachita side on its feet. 3rd and 8 from the 25. Morse, 1 running back to block by him. Morse sets up, looking left. Got a receiver left at the 30. Did not get there. Going to be a yard short, Richard, as the tackle is finally made by Austin Guyman.
Yeah, Guyman, who's been battling injuries all year, knee and shoulder injuries, is having himself a game so far in this one and looks his best. And Henderson looks like they're going to go for it, Rex, backed up in their own territory.
Wow. Boy, what field position this would be for Ouachita if they could get the stop. Now, they may just try to draw them off sides, Jeff.
Wouldn't be surprised to see it. They're going to stay in the shotgun, but they've not been able to run well today.
4th down and 1, Reddies trailing 14-0. There is the snap. They are going for it. It's the quarterback, breaks through. 1st down and more. What a gutsy call by Henderson to go for it, and it pays off, Richard, as Morse gets 8 yards.
Well, Morris is probably one of their most physical runners. He's about 240, 245 pounds, a big guy. Was able to just break through the line of scrimmage, kind of direct snap like Ouachita runs there, and they get the first down, and that was gutsy right there.
It really was. An 8-yard gain for Morse and a fresh set of downs for the Reddies. 2 wide receivers to either side for Henderson. Carry again by Morse up the middle, another 5 yards to the 45.
That was a busted play, but he just ran forward and got 5 yards. And Morris has more runs on those last 2 yards than Henderson had in the entire first quarter. They only had 5 yards on 6 carries in the first quarter, and Morris is kind of establishing their run game on this drive.
He's a big quarterback, 241 pounds, Jeff.
Yeah, he used it to perfection on that 4th down and 1. Now they're nearing midfield. Henderson with some momentum for the first time in the game.
Yep, 2nd down and 5. They trail Ouachita 14-0. Morse going to be passing again, looking. He's in trouble. Sacked back at the 43-yard line.
There's going to be a hold on top of that. Mikey Gonzalez for Ouachita was held and still got there to help out on the sack. As Rico Gonzalez also in there, number 47 for Ouachita. So back him up. when you get held and still make the sack, Rex, that's when you know you had a good pass rush.
Absolutely. That's when you know you had a head of steam. You just ran over the man who was holding you. So they will mark it off back to the 35, where it's going to be now 2nd and 15 for the Reddies. And Morris is going to have to be going back to the air yet again. Ouachita leading 14-0, 10:42 remaining in the first half of the 94th Battle of the Ravine. 2nd down and 15 from the 35. Reddies set on the far hash mark. 2 wide receivers to either side. Morris goes far side, catch made, but very little gain as the tackle is made by Ouachita's Austin Guyman.
He got it to Elliott Curry that time. You know, he is their playmaker. They have not gotten it to him in the open field yet, but he makes the catch there.
3rd and 9.
Long situation. Granted, we saw a minute ago, Rex, maybe 4-down territory all over the field for the Reddies, depending on the down and distance.
3rd and 9. This is a big play, though. Reddies out to the 41. Morse will be passing yet again with 2 wide receivers to either side on 3rd and 9. Straight drop. Comes right side. 1-on-1 coverage. And they're going to call an interference on Greg Jr. Flags are down, Jeff.
Yeah, that was great NFL coverage, but hands in Division II will get you a penalty. They were both touching each other. Then he reached up and knocked the ball away, and I thought his play on the ball might help. But instead, it looks like it's going to go against Gregory Jr.
Yeah, there was a lot of hand fighting back and forth both ways, but I guess they saw more on Ouachita's side. But I don't think Ouachita is going to complain about that coverage. I think the coaches will be happy with that coverage from Greg Jr. there.
Still, it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Reddies, and for the first time today, Jeff Henderson's going to be in Ouachita territory at the Ouachita 44-yard line.
He did turn and look for the ball. He batted the ball away, but before that, he did have some hands on the receiver. The receiver had his hands on him, but it did go against the defense. Junior has picked up a few of these, partly because he covers very, very close. In a lot of leagues, including the NFL, that's a good defensive play.
Reddies, 1st down and 10. From the 44 of Ouachita. This time they're passing yet again, and that one's knocked down. Going high in the air for Ouachita, Austin Guyman.
Guyman's having himself a ball game, isn't he, Rex? I mean, he's a senior. This is his last game here at Cliff Harris Stadium, and he's having himself a game. Last Battle of Ravine, and so 2nd and 10. Ouachita's done that now twice, knocked the ball down at the line of scrimmage. First one resulted in the interception.
2nd and 10 from the 44. Reddies have already converted once on 4th down on this drive. On 2nd down, Henderson has 2 receivers to the near side. That is the wide side of the field. They are going to pass yet again right across the middle of the field at the 25, the 20, the 10, all the way down to the 3-yard line of Ouachita goes Xavier Malone.
Well, that is a really good pattern and an excellent pass behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, and then it was just a sprint to the finish. He actually broke a tackle as well. Shoestring tackle brought him down and prevented the touchdown.
Yeah, he caught it on a dead sprint. That was a perfect pass to him.
Oh, great pass by Morris and a great pattern by Malone. This is quite a Henderson offense. They have been shut out so far, but knocking on that door now with the 1st and goal at the 3, trailing 14-0. They will bring in as the running back now, Darius Austin. He is set to the left of his quarterback. They are going to pass on 1st down. Pass into the right corner of the end zone, and that's going to fall incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag on Greg Jr. again, Richard.
The official that was about a yard away through didn't let it go. The one standing by the goalpost decided to throw the interference. I thought it was going to be uncatchable. It didn't matter anyway.
I did too.
But yeah, the one closest to it did not throw anything.
All right.
So it's a 1-yard gain is what that ends up in replay the down. But
1st and goal from the 2. Reddies, though, even passing down close right now.
Well, they're in the direct snap
Let's
formation
see if they
here.
will go, do Sproles. Sproles on the direct snap, coming right, not going to get there. Down at the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal from the 1. As the Tigers trying to make a goal line stand, Jeff, hold Sproles out of the end zone for now.
He made a tough run. I thought he was perhaps going to lose yardage, but he did not get to the end zone.
Going to go with the direct snap to Sproles again. 2nd and goal from the 1. Sproles comes right, driving for the end zone, and and scoring. Touchdown Henderson. And the Reddies are finally on the board with 8:38 remaining in the first half.
You see a lot more of these direct snaps after Ouachita's used them for years. The rest of the conference is wised up. So these are some pretty good plays. And that time, it's just hard to stop. And Sproles gets the drive and gets in there. You knew you're not going to keep Henderson off the board for too long.
No, you knew that. And so the extra point attempt will come from David Heaton, who had that winning field goal last week for Henderson at the end of regulation at Oklahoma Baptist, and it's good. 8:38 left first half. Our score, Ouachita 14, Henderson 7. Ouachita football 2021 presented by Visit Hot Springs continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Together a 97-yard drive in 15 plays. They converted from their own 32-yard line on a 4th down and 1, took advantage of 2 pass interference calls against Ouachita, and got the touchdown on the 15th play. 8:38 left second quarter. Ouachita 14, Henderson 7.
97 yards. Think about that.
That's a long way. The defensive backs coach was just talking to the ref down there, asking what he's seeing on that interference, what he needs to tell his players not to do, because I don't think Ouachita agreed with those, but it doesn't really matter because the officials called it. Henderson got the first down. They were able to make it count. But you knew Henderson's going to score. You got to keep scoring.
And that drive started near the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
We're almost to the middle of the second quarter, and Ouachita's yet to see the football in this quarter.
Yeah, they really need to do something when they get the ball here. Ouachita needs to pile together some first downs, have another one of those patented Ouachita drives where you eat up some clock and score points.
Well, they had plenty of a break there. You're right. They had the long drive plus the quarter break. Granted, the Henderson defense had the same break.
Zaylen Falls, Justin Dean, the deep man for Ouachita. Here's the Reddies kick. They're kicking away from Falls, of course. Dean will take it at the 19, up over the 30, running room over the 40, over the 45. It's going to be great field position. Sometime those short kicks can backfire on you, and it backfired on the Reddies.
Well, it's not like Justin Dean doesn't have his own talent out there. He's a very good player as well. Got through the first wave and was able to make a man miss and give Ouachita a great field position. So Ouachita wants him to kick it to Zaylen Falls, of course, because he's a home run threat every time. But you take those short kicks because you 20-yard return, all of a sudden you're almost at midfield.
Absolutely. Tigers will start only 54 yards away from the promised land, leading 14-7. They set on the near hash mark. They move right to left. That's east to west on this east-west field. Come out of the pistol this time. T.J. Cole, the running back. Cole over right tackle. Good running room out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 for Ouachita. So nearing midfield, Jeff, and nearing the midway point of the second quarter in a one-possession game. Very much the kind of close, exciting game we were expecting.
Ouachita will send Dean into the game to play some offense now. They're going to line up with 4 wide receivers, and Cole is still in the game at running back.
Cole will set to the left of his quarterback as they come out of the shotgun now. Tigers send 2 men wide to either side. Now an empty backfield as they send Cole in motion. Pumps, now goes deep, open receiver, and it is dropped down at the 25-yard line. Wow. Getting open for Ouachita was Justin Dean, and he couldn't hang on to the football.
Yeah, as he went to the ground, just dropped it. He's shaking his head. He knows he should have that one, and loved that play call for Ouachita because they brought T.J. Cole out here and faked the little pass in the flats, which is what they did earlier for a first down, and that time go deep, and Dean just unable to haul it in because he was wide open.
Wow, now you face a 3rd and 7 from the 49. See if the Tigers can keep the drive alive or if they'll go 3 and out here. 2 men split to either side for Ouachita. Setting up, Grant Allen across the middle of the field. Caught down at the ready 39-yard line. That's Comontre McKnight out of Warren. First down, Ouachita.
That was a bullet. Beautiful pass from Allen. He stepped into it. He fired it. And a good hands catch right in front of him by McKnight for the first down. That's a key play. Henderson brought some pressure, but Allen stood in there and delivered the ball.
Leading 14-7. Ouachita has a 1st and 10 at the 39 of Henderson. Tigers move right to left. 2 wide receivers to the left side. 1 wide receiver to the right side. They will go with the direct snap this time to T.J. Cole, the junior out of Texas. Cole trying to turn the corner. He does. Cuts back inside. Goes inside the 35 to the 34. That's a good 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, I don't see that on first down a whole lot. And we've talked about it a lot this year, Rex. But T.J. Cole has thrown a touchdown pass against Harding earlier this year. This would be an excellent opportunity to wanted this game to pull that open again, but that was a great first down play there. Ouachita will take that anytime. I think they're going to stay with it as Edwards going to come onto the ball game and set up next to him as the running back in this formation.
2nd and 5, Ouachita working from the 34 of Henderson. 2 wide outs this time to the near side for the Tigers. 1 wide out to the far side, but they will go back to the direct snap. Now, T.J. Cole has passed out of that before this year. With the direct snap, on 2nd and 5, long count, and now a timeout, Ouachita. Play clock was about to run out, so the Tigers will take the timeout, leading 14-7. We'll pause. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
19 seconds left, second quarter. Ouachita 14, Henderson State 7 in the Battle of the Ravine in front of a huge crowd here at Arkadelphia's Ouachita Baptist University.
Every bit as many as we had 2 years ago, and it may be more. I mean, these berms are just packed.
Yeah, they're still, it looks like still sometimes filling up when you look down there. And, of course, you got the people outside the stadium standing on the road watching.
2nd down and 5. They'll come out of the pistol this time. Grant Allen will give to T.J. Cole. Cole follows his tackle, does not get the first down, but does have positive yardage to the 32. Now, Richard, a very important 3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, and this may be 4-down territory. The wind's not blowing right now, but earlier this would have been against the Tigers. So if it kicks up again, it would be against them. So I think this is 4-down territory. Kendall Givens in the game now for the Tigers at running back.
Yeah, I thought they might go direct snap, but they're leaving the quarterback in there. So the freshman Givens had a Little Rock Christian set to the left of his quarterback, Grant Allen. Connor Flanagan goes in motion left to right for Ouachita. 14-7, Ouachita lead. Allen goes on the called quarterback keeper, trying to lean forward, and he's going to be short.
I think Ouachita ran that knowing they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So 4th, Jeff, and about 1.5 yards is what they're going to need now for a first down.
Had a little bit of room to his right, but he went where the hole was supposed to be. It just wasn't there. He's able to lean forward and make some yardage. So on 4th down, Ouachita will send in Cole, and he'll run the direct snap.
Well, whether they wanted to do that or not, they had to, because Allen's helmet came off on that tackle. So they were going to have to go direct snap if they went for it.
They need 1.5 yards for a first down. T.J. Cole, the junior, will take the direct snap. Cole coming left. Cole putting his head down, did not get there. And the Reddies have come up with a big stop with 4:53 left in the first half.
Yeah, sometimes Ouachita runs away from the blockers, but that time they went behind them, but Henderson was ready for it on that time and just nowhere to go. Maybe if Cole had cut it upfield a little earlier, might have been some room, but there was just not much there, and that hurts. Ouachita loves to be able to know they can convert on those short situations, and honestly, last week and this week, it has not been as automatic as it has been most of the year.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've got a timeout on the field. Ouachita 14, Henderson 7. Ouachita football 2021 continues from Cliff Harris Stadium in Arkadelphia in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network. Xavier Henderson quarterback. Going to give on to the end, coming right to left with good running room. Over the 40, breaks a tackle and is all the way into Ouachita territory, Jeff, at the 46-yard line. That was Xavier Malone.
Yeah, a really fine job by Malone as he hit the open field. We've seen some good play calling on the Henderson side. They spread out Ouachita that time, and if not for a really nice job by Gregory to get off of his blocker and make that tackle on the sideline, that could have gone for a touchdown.
First down and 10. Ball at the 46 of Ouachita. They will come out of the pistol this time. They're going to pass, rolling right. Now looking back left, got a receiver, but an open, broke the tackle. I thought I was going to say an open field tackle. He broke it. He's inside the Ouachita 30. He's all the way to the Ouachita 24-yard line.
I think he may have come out of his shoe. That may be how he broke it. Couldn't tell for sure, but Austin Guyman looked like he had him wrapped up. That was just a good, again, misdirection from Henderson. They kind of look like everything's going one way, and they go back the other way. And two big plays, and Henderson's back in business now, knocking on the door of the red zone.
24-yard line. That was a 22-yard gain for the Reddies. Wow. Deuce Sproles, the running back, in the pistol, set behind his quarterback, Morse. Morse fakes to Sproles, looks right, throws to Sproles coming out of the backfield. Sproles is into the red zone to the 19-yard line, where the tackle is made by Ouachita's Rico Gonzalez. But very quickly, Jeff, Henderson has moved into the red zone.
Well, we knew there'd be a game like this where Morse just throws the ball or even runs on occasion, and he's been able to take over here in the second quarter. Some good work by the Henderson quarterback.
Yeah, they've kind of abandoned the run from the running back at this point.
They have abandoned the run completely. 2nd and 4 from the 18 of Ouachita's. Henderson tries to tie this one up before halftime. Morse with trips to his left, one man to his right. Looking left all the way. Now back across the middle of the field. That's going to be a touchdown, Henderson. Morse threaded the needle in the middle of the field, and he found Elliott Curry, his fine senior, and the Reddies are an extra point away from tying this one up.
Yeah, Ouachita was just in a little bit of a zone, and we just let Elliott cut across and to go post right in front of it, cut across the face, and nobody got in front of him. That's an easy pitch and catch. He was able to make the catch and just turn around and stretch out. He's in the end zone, and this is a ball game.
David Heaton's extra point is up, and it is good, and we are tied. 2:51 remaining now in the first half. Ouachita 14, Henderson 14. Ouachita Football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from the Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
What does amazing look like? A new life. A precious gift. A strong heartbeat. Odds defied. Faith in action. And 100 years of all our best. Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
Tied this game on a 4-play, 69-yard drive, a 23-yard pass, a 22-yard pass, a 6-yard pass, and an 18-yard touchdown pass. And this game is tied up with 2:51 left before halftime.
Well, Ouachita jumps out 14-0, but back roar the Reddies to tie it at 14. Typical Battle of the Ravine. You know, of the 94 they've played, more than 40 have been decided by a touchdown or less. Pretty remarkable when you look at that history. Here is the kick, and Zaylen Falls is not going to be able to get his hands on it back in the end zone. So be 1st and 10, Ouachita at the 25. Jeff, I start feeling my age when I look at this 94th Battle of the Ravine and realize I've probably been to more than half of them now.
Well, we got a few more to go, though, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. A lot more, I hope, especially on days like this. Just gorgeous. Temperature in the 50s. Clear skies in Arkadelphia. The leaves are beautiful. We have a tie game.
The wind is starting to gust, Rex.
It is.
Against the Tigers.
And the Tigers working against a pretty heavy wind right now. Grant Allen, the sophomore quarterback out of Springdale, sends one man in motion right to left. Gives to Kendall Givens. Givens, a little bit of running room out over the 30, out to the 31-yard line for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Ouachita obviously would like nothing better than to use up the rest of this first half clock and get points out of it, even if it's just 3, Richard.
Yeah, because they also get the ball to start the second half as well. 2:30 left to go in the half. So
plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Don't know if they'll be able to run the entire time, but they do have 2 timeouts still.
2nd down, Ouachita coming out of the pistol. Givens again. Givens, a 1st down, and they'll move those chains as he goes out to the 37-yard line before he's put down. So a fresh set of downs, Jeff, and still plenty of time for Ouachita to work.
Good hard running by Givens, some better blocking this time, and he's got a 1st down.
Yeah, great job block that time by Jack Pillow, the fullback. They had a linebacker on the edge who was ready to blow that play up, but Pillow came around backside that time and took him out of the play and opened that up for the 1st down.
Tigers with a fresh set of downs as they work from the near hash mark. Fake to Comontre McKnight. Now they pass down the left side a little too far. Givens was the intended receiver, could not get to it, Jeff. That will, however, stop the clock with 1:50 left in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit tricky now, throwing a little bit longer pass into the wind. It sailed on him a bit and wound up out of bounds.
2nd down and 10 now for the Tigers of Ouachita. Score is tied at 14-14. Tigers moving right to left. 2 receivers to either side. They set on the near hash mark. Straight drop, looking, lots of time. Now Givens is going to tuck. He will run up to the 42-yard line, gain of 6. But it's going to bring up an important, Richard, 3rd and 4, because you don't want to give Henderson the ball back with any time left on the clock.
You don't. Ouachita Allen that time kind of dropped back and had some time, just nobody open, so decided to keep it and get what he could. A very manageable 3rd down here, but the Tigers need to convert this one. 1:20 left to go in the half.
2 wideouts to either side, 3rd and 4. T.J. Cole, the running back, fake to him. They're going to pass. Got a receiver and a 1st down to the 50, down to the Henderson 46-yard line. Pulling it in for Ouachita. Connor Flanagan, the freshman. And the Tigers are in ready territory, Jeff, still with plenty of time to work.
I like the way that Allen does not panic. They brought pressure. He was in the pocket. He stood in there and found Flanagan and got the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Ball at the 47 of Henderson. 2 wideouts to either side for the Tigers. Grant Allen sets up, in trouble this time, and he's going to be dropped back at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like the Ouachita offensive lineman in the center that time just fell down, and when you fall down, that allows somebody to get back there. It was Nathan Turner, and Allen didn't have a whole lot of time. Less than a minute left to play.
2nd and 13 from midfield. 2 wideouts to either side for the Tigers as they try to get in field goal range. Flanagan forced out of the pocket. He's going to turn and run. Headed for, he can't get to the sideline. Clock will keep running after no gain. 3rd down and 13. And now if Henderson doesn't use timeouts, they're probably happy to let it run out. Well, Ouachita is going to use the timeout here. So we will pause at the top of the hour with the score tied 14-14. Let's pause for station identification on this, the Ouachita Football Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Tie game at 14 in the Battle of the Ravine. Ouachita got the first 2 touchdowns. Henderson has scored the last 2. Ouachita with a key play here late in the 2nd quarter.
Tigers facing a 3rd and 11 now. 3rd and 11 for Ouachita. Let's see if they can make something happen. Grant Allen sets up. They're blitzing. Got it open, man. Down at the 35-yard line of Henderson. It's Connor Flanagan for the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 35, and now you start getting closer, Richard, to field goal range.
Yeah, clock starts right here, though. You got to get going quick. 25 seconds left. Ouachita Henderson's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, now the Reddies take a timeout, so we'll pause. 14-14, we're all tied. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
What?
Are you aware that on average there are almost 10 texting and driving deaths each day?
No, that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, so don't do it. The text can wait.
Thanks.
Anytime. And now...
Remember, the text can wait.
Second quarter, Ouachita 14, Henderson 14. The Tigers have a first down in Ready territory, needing a little bit more yardage to get to field goal range.
First down and 10 from the 35 with 23 seconds left in this one. Let's see if they can get a completion here so they can at least try the Gabe Goodman field goal at the end of this first half. Been quite a first half in the Battle of the Ravine. Grant Allen sets up, comes left side, bounced it, incomplete.
Yeah, there was nothing down the field. He went short to Kendall Givens, and honestly, that's best for the Tigers. That ended up being incomplete because it would have just run clock. There's nothing down the field. Henderson's going to set up and not allow anything in the end zone. I think Ouachita's best bet is try something about 15 yards down the field, 10, 15 yards short, get in field goal range.
And they do have a timeout. Yeah, they do have one timeout left. So Grant Allen again, passing, goes right side this time, got a receiver down at the 28-yard line. It's going to be a long one, but they can try it from here. So they'll let that clock run down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and they clock it right there. Now they call the timeout.
Tigers are going to try and get up and clock it, maybe get one more play in, but they weren't able to get there quick enough, so they were going to try and get a few extra yards, I think, but now they're going to have to kick the field goal from here.
Yeah, it'll be a 45-yard attempt, Jeff, although the wind has stopped now.
It has. Now, against the gusting wind a few moments ago, this would be tough, but he's definitely got the leg to get it there. If the wind stays like this, I think it's a better than average chance for Goodman. He's quite a kicker.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been every now and then it'll just pop up out of nowhere.
Tigers face a 3rd and 3 at the 28 of Henderson. Ouachita jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Reddies have come back and scored 14 unanswered points. And so we will see if Ouachita can take the lead in at the break. Gabe Goodman, sophomore kicker from Arkadelphia. A 45-yard attempt to end the half from the far hash mark. Snap, hold, kick, has the distance, hit the upright, no good. We're tied at halftime. Ouachita 14, Henderson 14. That concludes the first half. Stay tuned for the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas halftime report. It's coming up next here on the Ouachita Football Network, presented by Visit Hot Springs.
Pro Bowls. He was named All-Pro 4 times, and he is one of only 13 NFL players in history to play in 5 Super Bowls. In January 2020, Flick was selected to join the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please welcome Ouachita Tiger, Dallas Cowboy, and Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee, Flick.
Ouachita and played football here, and my mom and my grandmother went to Henderson. This has been an intense game. It's the best game in college, small college football. So let the best team win. I will take. Go OBU. Let's win.
Y'all give it up for Cliff Harris, Hall of Famer.
band is under the field direction of drum major Holly Barger. Today, the band concludes its second show of the season with a celebration of movies loved by our current students, a Generation Z Film Festival. Our opener today is music from one of the most successful book and film franchises of all time, the Harry Potter series, with music composed by legendary composer John Williams. We hope you enjoy our Harry Potter tribute. Just as popular as its 2013 predecessor, Frozen. One of the biggest highlights of the film is the hit song Into the Unknown. Today, the Ouachita Marching Band presents the Panic at the Disco cover of an unforgettable Disney song. Today's performance with music from a Generation Z guilty pleasure, Disney's High School Musical. Here's We're All in This Together, and admit it, you know the dance. for their great spirit and their willingness to participate in today's high school musical flash mob. Pi Delta, Chi Mu, Eta Alpha Omega, Gamma Phi, Kappa Chi, Rho Sigma, and Phi Chi. The Ouachita Marching Band is under the direction of Jim Lloyd. Drumline director is Ryan Lewis. Color guard director is Roy Lloyd. OU director of bands is Dr. Craig Hamilton. We thank you for your support all season long, and go Tigers!
What does amazing look like? A century of inspiration. 180 pounds healthier. 5 steps forward. Countless miracles. One faithful mission. And 100 years of all our best. Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
If you're here, you must be ready to win. OBU starts you on your path to success. Mountain National Bank is there to help guide you through your success in life. Checking, savings, personal loans, business loans, mortgages, and more. Stop in any of our convenient locations to see how we can help you, or visit us online at mnbbank.com. Mountain National Bank is a proud sponsor of OBU football.
Butchers is a proud sponsor of the Ouachita Baptist University Tigers. Score big with meat that is cut fresh daily, perfect for the grill, and enjoy lower prices on the freshest produce. Whether you're tailgating at the Ferris Stadium or watching the game at home, Brookshires has the low prices on everything you need. In a hurry? Let us do the shopping for you with our convenient curbside online ordering and pickup. Brookshires, your ultimate tailgating destination. Go Tigers and go Brookshires!
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tigers. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
I'm Todd Knight, head football coach at Ouachita Tigers. When you're in Arkadelphia, come down to Main Street and support Java Primo, the biggest Ouachita Tigers fans in town.
touchdown catch near the end of the half. They really kept them in check most of that first half. They're going to have to do some more of that, even better in the second half.
See some awfully good work from Gregory Jr., the defensive back who has been highly acclaimed and has great speed. He's done a good job of covering Curry, but he's also been called for interference a couple of times. Tough calls. He just plays his receiver closer than most of the defensive backs you'll see in Division II.
Yeah, I don't think you really tell them to adjust a whole lot because those are kind of the calls that sometimes they're called, sometimes they're not. Just depends on if the official's going to want to let them hand fight back and forth. We thought the second one might be uncatchable, but that was rolling a 1-yard penalty. Ended up being, but it's going to be an interesting battle to see down the way. But we know in the second half, Ouachita is going to want to establish the run game as they come out on offense. And then Henderson, they're going to be passing the football when they're on offense. So not a whole lot of mystery in what each team's going to do, but who's going to do it better in this second half? Whoever does that is going to win this ball game.
So Ouachita will return this kickoff to begin the third quarter, and they're going to have Dean, who has been returning most of the kicks for Ouachita in recent weeks because the opponents in the conference have learned not to kick it to Zayland Falls, but he is deep and hopes to return this kickoff. Ouachita has the ball first. That's a key.
Although they did kick it to Zayland Falls side the last time, but they did have the win, so they were able to kick it out of the back of the end zone. They have the win this time. We'll see if Falls sets up a little bit deeper and sees if he can get a return because I think they were feeling confident the last time that they could kick it out of the end zone, and it worked.
The wind has been gusting at times and still at times. It's gusting a bit right now, and that's going to help Henderson with this kickoff. Let's go to the voice of the Tigers, Rex Nelson.
Thank you, Dr. Jeff Root. Second half of the 94th Battle of the Ravine. Here we go, and they're going to kick it out of bounds, and that's going to give Ouachita good field position, Richard, so we'll see what the Tigers do to start this third quarter of play.
Well, such is the life on the kickoff man. When he kicked it out of the back of the end zone, he turned towards the Ouachita sidelines and was doing a celebration. This time he put his head down and shook his head and goes to the Henderson sideline. So Ouachita with good field position here, but honestly, Ouachita has had better field position off the kick earlier from Justin Dean, and we're unfortunately not able to make it count. So Ouachita needs to make it count this time.
From the 35-yard line, here come the Tigers in a tied game. They'll move right to left in this third quarter of play. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the far side for Ouachita as they come out of the pistol. T.J. Cole, the running back. Cole gets it over right tackle, 2 yards there. Second down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Ouachita, a very good first quarter, Jeff. Unable to put any points on the board in the second quarter of
and
play.
They've not been able to get Cole going. He's not had holes to run through. Basic play run to right that time. Nowhere to go for just 2 yards.
Going to have to use a lot more misdirection stuff, I think, against Henderson in the second half. Second down and 8. They are passing. Got a receiver, Flanagan, over the 50, a first down to the Ready 49.
Yeah, he fell down. He's upset that he didn't keep his feet. He might could have gotten 2 or 3 more yards, but he was going to be tackled. But, yeah, good job that time. Just the play action. Ouachita doesn't do tons of that play action, just hit a slant across the middle. And that time it worked to Flanagan. And some of this passing you would think would loosen up the run game, but so far for Ouachita, they've found the running hard. You talked about it a minute ago, Dr. Root. Cole's really been held in check, but it just takes one opening for him to make him count, make him pay.
First down and 10, quickly into Henderson territory at the 49. Not much of an opening there for Cole. Good second effort, though, just to get 3 yards, Jeff, down to the 46.
Yeah, there are times when Cole becomes a power runner, just puts his head down and plows ahead, and he got a couple extra yards as a result of that. So positive yardage on first down.
Second down and 7, Ouachita working from the Henderson 46. Score tied 14-14 with 13:35 left in the third quarter of the 94th Battle of the Ravine. Ouachita, 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. They're going to go with the direct snap this time to T.J. Cole on second down. Cole keeps it, comes around left side, trying to break a tackle, but Reddy's got a shirt, and there's not going to be a lot there. Boy, if he would have broken away from that one man hanging onto his shirt, Richard, he might have had some yardage, but Jaden Ford, the linebacker, makes the tackle.
Yeah, he cut right off that block, which is what he should do, but able to get out his big paw and make the tackle was the defensive lineman, as you said. Otherwise, he would have had the first down and more. That was just hold on for dear life, and it worked. And
third and 3.
Down. Big third down here for the Tigers as Cole going to check out of the game. Givens comes in.
Very big third down. 3rd and 3 for Ouachita, and it's a long 3. See if they go upstairs. Got 2 receivers right, 1 left. They are going to pass. In trouble. Quarterback's going to keep. He's going to have the first down. Good job. He knew exactly what he needed, Grant Allen, and he moves the chains, Jeff, for Ouachita.
Really good move. He told his blocker who to block so he could get one more yard and get the first down. Knew exactly where he was on the field.
And that blocker, Connor Flanagan, the receiver out there, did a nice job picking up the block, but a lot of pressure right off the bat. Allen did a good job tucking and running, and Dr. Rich Wright did a good job directing those blocks and the receivers blocking in the run game.
1st and 10, Ouachita from the 39 of Henderson. They go with the direct snap this time to T.J. Cole. 2 wideouts to the right. Cole is going to throw. Goes downfield. Wide open receiver, and he couldn't hang on. Holy cow. Gamontre McKnight was down there.
Oh, Cole played quarterback in high school, and he threw a nice spiral, but he could have put a little air under that one and let the receiver run under it because he just outthrew his receiver by a little bit. Even though Falls has great speed, there was nobody around the receiver.
Yeah, it was McKnight. He had to go dive. It was a bullet. You said he had to dive it. He would not dive to make the catch. He would not have scored even if he made the catch. Just a little too far out in front. And that's what we've been wanting to do all game, and see if they come back to it, because he could not have been more wide open.
Oh, I love the play call. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. 2 men to the right. Grant Allen throwing out to the right side. Got a receiver, Waller. Waller inside the 30. First down, Ouachita to the 28. That's a gain of 11.
That's a good throw by Allen. He had to get it out there with some steam on the ball to give Waller a chance to run after the catch. Waller has great hands. He made the catch and put some feet behind him and got that first down inside the 30-yard line. Good play by Ouachita.
I want to go back real quick, Rex, to that direct snap. Keep in mind, the next time Ouachita runs that, see if there is more running room, because that is in the back of Henderson's head, because it looks like they're set up to run a direct snap again.
Yeah, they have to think about it, and they are lined up with the direct snap again. So out of the Wildcat will come T.J. Cole on 1st down and 10 from the 28. He gives on the handoff to Givens. Givens breaks a tackle, gets outside to the 20. Givens is into the red zone. What running by Kendall Givens, Jeff, as he's all the way down to the 17.
Well, that's what we saw early in the season. He struggled to break away from tackles more recently, but he did it that time. Nice handoff. He was able to break a tackle and then run with the defender who just couldn't pull him down and make good yardage. Ouachita really on the move now.
And I think that's the first time we've seen them in the backfield together on a direct snap, and I loved the handoff there.
Yeah, some new wrinkles in the press playbook now, Richard. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 17. They'll come out of the pistol with Grant Allen back in there. T.J. Cole is his running back. Cole breaks past the line of scrimmage. Now he's got running room, and no, it is down to the 11-yard line. It is Grant Allen with the football.
Yeah, he faked the play. Actually,
Yep, faked me out.
He was trying to throw it to Hunter Swoboda going down the field. And Hunter Swoboda was looking for the call. I think he thought he was held, but there were about 2 or 3 Reddies around him. They were all over that on defense, and so Allen realized there was nowhere to go, and so he had to tuck it and run it, and it ended up being a really good first down play.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 11-yard line of Henderson. Score tied 14-14. Allen with T.J. Cole to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gives to T.J. Cole coming left. Now he cuts back inside to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Ouachita.
Yes, enough for a first down. Good running, a nice cut in the middle of that run as he cut it upfield and then cut again back to the outside to get some extra yardage. Ouachita looking very strong right now.
1st down and goal. Tigers, ball spotted between the 3 and the 4-yard line. We'll call it the 3 officially. From the 3, here is the give. T.J. Cole going to get to about the 2-yard line is all this time. 2nd down and goal, and the going gets tough down here close, Richard.
And Givens comes in. I think Ouachita will go with a direct snap. Oh, they're going to keep Allen in, so not direct snap. This is normally what they do here, but we keep in mind Henderson has done a good job covering that so far this year, or this game. So Ouachita is going to spread them out with 3 wide receivers and try and create a little bit more running room.
2nd down, goal to go. Score tied at 14. Ouachita trying to take a 3rd quarter lead now. Grant Allen gives to Givens. Givens going for the corner of the end zone. He's into the land of milk and honey. Touchdown, Kendall Givens. Touchdown, Ouachita.
I love it. Ouachita goes against tendencies that time. They spread them out. They don't go direct snap. They bring in Givens, and they run to the outside up the middle, and he was able to get into the end zone untouched. 23rd touchdown of the year.
He is 2 from tying Brockton Brown for the most touchdowns in the season.
There's a long way left in this game.
Yeah, he could easily get 2 more in this one. Gabe Goodman on to attempt the extra point. Up and good. And Ouachita goes 65 yards on its first possession of the third quarter to retake the lead. Ouachita 21, Henderson 14. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ouachita 21, Henderson 14, a 12-play, 65-yard drive for Ouachita. 3 pass plays. Allen was 2 for 3 passing for 25 yards on that drive. The rest of it was Givens and Cole and Allen himself running the ball, and Ouachita has regained the lead.
Ouachita scores 14 straight, then Henderson scores 14 straight. Now Ouachita scores 7. Just what we expect, one of those back-and-forth Battle of the Ravines, Jeff.
A tremendous game, a tremendous crowd, beautiful setting, 58 degrees. Couldn't ask for better.
No, you really couldn't. And so Gabe Goodman will kick off for Ouachita. Tigers take the opening kickoff and drive 65 yards to start the third quarter. Kick is a fairly short one. It's going to be returnable out over the 20, out over the 30-yard line. Pretty nice return. They'll mark it out of bounds on the far sideline. That's the Henderson sideline at the 33. And in the second quarter, as you noted, Richard, Henderson just pretty much abandoned its rushing game and went totally to the air. And Adam Morris had 162 yards passing in the first half.
Hard to blame them with the weapons they had. And they also did a good job mixing in a lot of misdirection stuff in that second quarter, especially with the naked bootlegs, receivers taking reverses, just mixing a lot of things in.
First down and 10, and they'll pass again. Moore sets up right across the middle of the field. Broken tackle at the 33, out to the 38-yard line goes Henderson's Elliott Curry. Second down for the Reddies. Tigers lead 21-14, 8:40 left to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 Reddies, working from their 38, going left to right in this third quarter of play on a clear afternoon in Arkadelphia. On 2nd down, out of the shotgun, Morse is going to keep this time. Good running room up the middle of the field into Ouachita territory to the 45-yard line before the tackle is finally made by Kenta Jones.
Yeah, he's their best running back today, and like we said, he's a big boy, over 240 plus, so when he gets out there in the open field, he's a load to bring down, bigger than all the running backs, and so he is their best running back today by far.
First down and 10, Reddies, as they move quickly into Ouachita territory, trailing Ouachita 21-14 with 7:58 left to go in the third quarter of play. Out of the shotgun comes the senior Morse. Morse is going to pass. He's going to look deep, in trouble, and he is sacked as a flag goes down. Also, usually where you're going to see a holding in there, Richard.
Yeah, it was holding. It looked like getting around was Clark Yarbrough, who was the first man there, and so it's going to be moved back. That's twice, Rex, they've got a sack and been held while getting the sack. Good pressure there from the Tiger defense.
And so move the Reddies back now to the 45, from one 45 to the other, Jeff, and it'll be first down and 20.
Well, further evidence that aside from Morris taking off for a run every now and then, I think we're going to see pass after pass, especially on 1st and 20.
I think they're going to keep it short like they did in the second half a lot because they are having trouble protecting on the deep routes.
I agree. 4-man rush for Ouachita on 1st and 20. 2 wide receivers to either side for Henderson. Morse looking right, in trouble again, and he's going to throw short. It will be caught at the 48, and Richard, yet another flag.
Yeah, there's another flag. They're going to say incomplete, actually.
Okay,
Trapped. So
trapped
another
it.
flag. You think holding, could be a
I think
hands
it
to the
will
face,
be another
but, yeah.
Yep, another holding. Back
They're-
him up another.
They're having trouble with this pass rush and Rex. It's just a four-man front right now. Ouachita's not blitzing. They're just getting a lot of push because Morse had to get rid of that. Otherwise, he was going to be sacked again.
All right, 1st and 30 Henderson now from its 35-yard line. But with somebody like an Elliott Curry or any of those others, Xavier Malone, they can make up that yardage quickly. Look for Morris to go with a little bit more of a deep pattern this time. Empty backfield for Adam Morris. Sets up, goes right down the sideline this time. Got a receiver out over the 40, out to the 43-yard line goes Xavier Malone, the junior. But that's only 8 of it, Richard, and it's still second and very long.
Well, they set up like a diamond on that far side of the field with 4 receivers, and 3 of them were in front of Malone. They were basically just blocking backs. They outnumbered the defensive backs. So they knew they were guaranteed a few yards there. They'll go back to a little more traditional 4 wide receiver set here.
2nd and 22, Reddies working from their 43, trailing 21-14. 2 wide receivers, either side, looking, throwing again to the left side, a receiver to the 50-yard line before he is out of bounds. That is another 7, but it brings up now, Jeff, a 3rd and 15 for Henderson.
Really good job by Guyman not to knock down the receiver as he just did step out of bounds before the defender got there. He held him up after the hit to prevent the late hit call.
Here we go. Big play early, Richard, in this 3rd quarter.
Big play, and depending on how much Henderson gets on this, if they get 10, I think they'll go for it on 4th down.
3rd and 15. Ball's at midfield. Henderson moving left to right. 2 wide outs to the left side. 1 to the right side. Morris sets up. Throws. Man coming out of the backfield. Got some running room. Breaks a tackle and is short, well short of the 1st down. And another flag, Richard?
I think they're going to call late hit on the quarterback.
Oh, wow. That's automatic 1st down if they
Ouachita's
do.
pleading their case, but I think that's where it would be.
Oh, what a huge call in this ball game that would be. It is. Roughing the passer. Holy cow.
I don't know if something happened after I took my eyes to the ball going downfield, but I know he was hit as he threw the ball.
He was hit as he threw, so it would have to be something about throwing him down because you're right, he was hit as he let it go.
Boy, there's a key call in this game. It would have been 4th down Henderson. Instead, they're all the way down, Jeff, now at the 29 of Ouachita.
Golden opportunity for the Reddies.
1st down and 10 from the Ouachita 29. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right for Adam Morse. Morse going to pass, looking left side, high in the air, caught, but a pretty good open field tackle out there that time by Ouachita's Kenta Jones. They'll mark the line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line. That is a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for Henderson. On 2nd and 4, trailing Ouachita 21-14 with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Here come the Reddies again. Set from the far hash mark this time. Morse finally gives on the ground, and not enough for the 1st down that time for Henderson. Line of scrimmage is going to be between the 20 and the 21, so they need about 1.5 yards here, Richard, for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why they haven't been running that much because there was nowhere to go. So I would not be surprised at all to see Morris keep this on a QB run here, Rex.
3rd down, Jeff, about 1.5 yards is what Henderson needs.
Yeah, I agree with Richard. Morris has been a fullback and sometimes a tailback. He's a big quarterback. He might just run right at the Tigers.
3rd down, let's see if that's what he does. He's got a running back to his right. No, he gives off, huge hole, and it's going to be a touchdown, Reddies. Wow! Breaking through there for Henderson. Deuce Sproles, touchdown. And the Reddies are an extra point from tying this one back up.
And just a huge hole right at the middle, one of those where you break the line of scrimmage, everybody's trying to tackle you, there's nobody left, and that's what happened that time. And Reddies are right back in this game. We expected it to be back and forth, and sure enough, it is.
Both teams go for touchdowns on their first possession of the 2nd half. Extra point is up and good. Ouachita was offsides. So Henderson will refuse that. since Ouachita appeared to be very offsides there. 21-21, all tied in the Battle of the Ravine with 4:09 remaining in the third quarter. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
What does amazing look like? A century of inspiration. 180 pounds healthier. 5 steps forward. Countless miracles. 1 faithful mission. And 100 years of all our best. Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
Touchdown keyed by a major penalty against Ouachita on a 3rd down and 15. Henderson got about 6 yards, faced a 4th down, but a personal foul hit on the quarterback. Gave a first down to the Reddies, and 3 plays later they were in the end zone.
So Ouachita goes 65 yards for a touchdown, and then Henderson goes 67 yards. So the two teams just match each other, and we're back where we were at halftime, and we're back where we were at the start of the game, Richard, and that's tied.
And 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if we're back in the same spot with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. That's just the way this game's going. And some penalties have really hurt Ouachita on defense. In the first half, we saw the pass interferences really hurt and give up some yards. And this time on a 3rd and long, the roughing the passer really hurt. So clean up some of those on the defense.
Yeah, the roughing the passer was just a killer on Ouachita on that drive. Ball's going to go out of bounds yet again. That's the 2nd straight time. So Ouachita will start where it started its first drive of this third quarter, Jeff, and that's the 35-yard line.
Well, the offense came through on its first possession of the third quarter. Now they're going to have one more chance. It was a 12-play, 65-yard drive starting at the 35 on the last possession. They'll get another chance now.
It's interesting. Most teams try and kick away from Zalon Falls, but Henderson's kicked to him 3 times, and twice they kicked it out of bounds. It's surprising they're still kicking to that side. And they may be fine with the kicking out of bounds, actually, after they give up the pooch punt earlier in there, the pooch kick and the good return. They may be doing it on purpose.
From the 35-yard line, here go the Tigers. First down, 10 yards to go. Give to Kendall Gibbons. He breaks out of there, got some running room, and he's close to a first down. 9 yards, Jeff, out to the 44.
Oh, it's so good to see Gibbons running well. Found a hole that time. He is hard to tackle. He's not only 220, but he moves laterally very, very well and picked up a good gain on first down.
Yeah, he had a good full head of steam that time, too, as they ran that kind of outside zone play, and he hit the hole hard.
2nd down and 1. Ball at the 44-yard line. Tigers moving right to left in a tie football game. Pass out to Connor Flanagan. Flanagan out over the 50-yard line to the Henderson 49. First down, Ouachita. On the tackle for Henderson, Dedrick O'Brien, a redshirt sophomore out of Huntsville, Texas. So Ouachita very quickly back into Henderson territory.
Another good pass. Allen is delivering the ball on time, giving his receivers to run after the catch.
First down and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line of Henderson. 21-21. We're all tied. Clock running. 3:10 left in the third quarter. They come out of the pistol. Give to Gibbons. Gibbons got a hole. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Down to the 15-yard line. And Ouachita has some first down in the red zone.
Yeah, Kendall Gibbons is cooking here in this second half. That time a big-time run and going to be in the red zone, and looks like he's going to check out of the ball game now, and Cole's going to come in after that long run, and that Ouachita run game is starting to wake up a little bit.
Kendall Gibbons has 23 touchdowns already, leads all of NCAA Division II. Scored a touchdown earlier in this third quarter, but now T.J. Cole, the junior, comes back in. Will take the direct snap. He's got a good hole, and he's down to the 10-yard line, and that's another 4 or 5 yards there, Jeff.
Yeah, he did have a nice hole that time. It opened up in an angle we could see it. It was a good tackle, but he did fall forward. Not a great spot, though, as they'll go short of the 10.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2nd and 6 now.
Yeah, it's Trey Smith, good-sized defensive lineman, 6'5", 260 from Strong, Arkansas.
Yeah, nice open field tackle, because I thought with that hole I saw initially it might be a much longer run than that. Still positive yardage. They go to T.J. Cole again. He bulls inside the 10 all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's close to another first down.
That was just a power run, Rex. There was nothing there. It didn't look like much, and he just hit the hole with a full head of steam and just kept pushing, and they're going to say just short.
Yep. Third down and less than a yard. Ball just outside the 5-yard line. Tigers need to convert here. You don't want it to have to come down to a fourth down decision here in a tie game. Out of the pistol now. T.J. Cole gets the give. First down and more. Going toward the goal line. He's down to the 1 where it'll be first and goal.
Good blocking on the point of attack at the right side of the line, and then good run after contact for Cole. He has been carrying defenders with him the last 2 plays.
Boy, that full berm looking on as they go into that end zone down there. What a crowd, Richard.
It is a great crowd, and Cole going to stay in the ballgame. Now, Jack Pillow, one of the really good tight ends and blocking backs for Ouachita, is going to have to hop off the field on one leg. You hope he's okay. They're going to need him. He's a senior captain.
Yeah, they're going to mark it about the 1.5. It is inside the 2. So about a yard and a half away, T.J. Cole dives. Second effort into the land of milk and honey. T.J. Cole, touchdown, Ouachita.
You're right. Second effort, he dove, and as we saw, Rex, he got hit and spun around, but landed on his feet and was able to get across the end line for a touchdown, and Ouachita's back on top, and this game continues to be back and forth, and as a casual fan, fantastic game. As a fan of one of the teams, it is nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking as usual. 46 seconds left, third quarter. Goodman, extra point attempt. Lassiter, the holder, kick up. It is good. 46 seconds left, third quarter. Our score now, Ouachita 28, Henderson 21. Ouachita football 2021 continues after we pause for station identification at the top of the hour on this, the Ouachita Football Network.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Six seconds remain in the third quarter. Ouachita's regained the lead at 28-21.
Goodman kick will be returnable, taken at the 2, over the 10, but not to the 20. Good open field tackle by Ouachita's Austin Guyman.
Yeah, you see the starting linebacker, the senior, out there on special teams, and he makes a difference there as Ouachita's kicking into the wind, and so it doesn't go quite as far, and they don't even get it returned to the 20-yard line. So need to stop here from the defense.
I was going to say, Henderson has had a lot of success, Richard, on offense since the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, Ouachita had a lot of stops in the first quarter, and then since then, I don't know if they have had a stop.
Nope.
Looked like they had one a minute ago, but the roughing the passer penalty is what hurt them.
First down and 10 from the 19. Adam Morse been airing it out this afternoon, and he will mainly keep passing now. He does go to the run on first down. It's good. 8 yards at least. Got a good push from the line on the pitch to the left side, and so positive yardage for the Reddies to start this drive. On the carry was Frederick O'Donnell.
I think that's just more of a change of pace. I think they're still going to be passing 70-80% of the time, but every now and then they'll mix in the run, and it's a good gain on first down.
Second and 2, Henderson working from its 27-yard line. They will come out of the pistol this time. Give back on the ground, first down Reddies. Gain out to the 35. That's O'Donnell again, Jeff. The Reddies go to the ground right after we start talking about passing. And the third quarter has come to an end. Well, it's going to be a fun final 15 minutes, gentlemen. It's Ouachita 28, Henderson 21. Ouachita football 2021. Presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from Cliff Harris Stadium in Arkadelphia in 60 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
First play of the fourth quarter, and it's Anthony Freeman back there with a sack for the Ouachita defense. Freeman came through, and nobody picked him up, Jeff, all the way back at the 26.
Freeman did a super job of running through his blocker, getting to the quarterback, and then he brought both of them down. Beautiful job by Freeman. No roughing at all, just simply tackled him.
Second down and 19. Reddies work from their 26. Trailing Ouachita 28-21. This time, it's the pitch up the middle. One broken tackle, but not two, as Austin Guyman is there again on the tackle. Boy, he's having a great final game at Cliff Harris Stadium.
Just a shovel pass to Mike Benning, the big tight end. I don't think they were expecting a big gainer that time, but maybe hoping for more than that. And this is a big third down here for Ouachita.
3rd and 14. Let's see if Ouachita can finally force a ready punt. On 3rd and 14, the key is going to be getting a rush on Morse. Morse is out of the shotgun. Straight drop back. Has lots of time. Goes right side. Caught. Now it is at the 41. So do they go for it on 4th and 4, Richard?
I think they're not even thinking about it. I think they're planning on going for it. Oh, no, they are sending out the punt team. They look like they were lined up to go for it, but they are going to punt it. Good job by Gregory Jr. He let Elliott Curry make the catch, but made sure he was going to make a sure-handed tackle afterwards. You can do that. They can let him make the catch and then make a sure-handed tackle. Connor Flanagan hadn't had a chance to return the punt. Now would be a nice time.
Got to watch for the fake here, Jeff.
Yes, you do.
4th down and 4. A lot of weird things happen in battles of the Ravine. He is going to punt it out of there. It is going to be called a fair catch. So Ouachita is going to have the ball back with the lead in the 4th quarter. 1st down and 10 from the 22, 12:55. That's an eternity still left in this one. Ouachita would dearly love to have one of those drives where they eat crucial minutes off the clock, limit Henderson's possessions, Jeff, and, of course, finish with points to make it a 2-possession game.
That's exactly right. A field goal would help. There's not much wind right now, but you want a touchdown. You go up by 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, you've got a real chance against the Reddies. Even though the Reddies can score quickly, Ouachita would love the advantage of a 2-possession game.
And, Richard, I think we've got a media timeout on the field, but we're going to keep it here because I want to set the scene. I think you're right. This is setting up to be one of those classic battles of the ravines. It's probably going to come down to the final minutes again.
Probably will. Ouachita right now would love nothing more, Rex, than one of those 6-8 minute long scoring drives where they're just running the ball and take a 2-possession lead. But you can't play too conservative yet. You got to just go down and get points. Ouachita's done a really good job today, I think, of mixing it up, mixing in some passing in the running, and now the running's starting to work a little bit better in the first half. But they've done an excellent job mixing it up. I think you got to do a lot of the same, but there's a lot of wacky things that happen in this game, and 12 minutes is not long, but a long time in Battle of Ravine time. We've seen some crazy things, Rex.
We really have. We've seen some huge comebacks in this series.
Overtimes, everything.
Oh,
yeah.
You name it. So 1st and 10, Ouachita, working from its 22. Kendall Gibbons is the running back. Misdirection handoff to him as he'll go up over the 25 to the 27. That's a nice way to start the drive, Jeff, with a 5-yard gain.
Faked the ball to Flanagan, gave it to Gibbons. He ran over one defender, defender got his feet tripped up a bit and fell forward. That's a good gain, though.
2nd and 5, Ouachita leading 28-21, 12 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter. Tigers move west to east. That's left to right from our vantage point at Cliff Harris Stadium. Cliff Harris is in the house today. Low snap. Grant Allen picks it up, gives to Givens. He circles around, gets outside, and has finally run out of bounds on the Henderson sideline at the 36. That's 9 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he wasn't really touched much on that one, but they're running with Kendall Givens a lot right now because Henderson does not like tackling Kendall Givens. Granted, I don't think anybody wants to tackle him at 220 pounds and short, but he is running as good as we've seen in a few weeks from him.
First down and 10. Ouachita works from the 36-yard line on first down. Passing out into the flats. Connor Flanagan up over the 40. Spins out of bounds on the near sideline, which is the Ouachita sideline at the 42. That's another 6 yards, Jeff, at 2nd and 4.
Are we going to enjoy watching Flanagan play the next few years?
Freshman.
Just a super job, and Allen delivered it on time, gave him time to find a hole and make extra yardage.
And Kendall Givens just a freshman. The quarterback, Grant Allen, just a sophomore. This is a young Ouachita team. Give to Kendall Givens, nothing there that time.
Looked like he may have run away from the hole that time, or the other hole may have broken as he already made his cut. He's going to check out of the ball game now, and Cole come in. Third down. This is a big third down here. Ouachita's been very good on third down so far today. They are 8 of 10 so far on third down, so they need to continue that here.
He ended up getting more than I thought he did. Gave him a pretty good spot and a gain of 2. So 3rd and 2 Ouachita at the 44. They will not go with the direct snap. They'll go to the quarterback, but look for T.J. Cole to get the handoff. They send a man in motion left to right. Now Cole goes in motion left to right. He sets up to the right of his quarterback. Quarterback keeper, and it's going to be a first down. Good call on that one, Richard. He knew just what he needed, Grant Allen, and he got it at the Ouachita 48-yard line.
I was kind of thinking they may do the QB run. Sure enough, they did. His helmet comes off, so he's going to have to come out of the ball game, so they'll go direct snap here. But he's done a very good job picking up what he needs on third down in this game so far, Rex. He has played a fantastic ball game.
Call it officially the 47, so leading 28-21 with 10 and a half minutes left. Ouachita works from its 47-yard line, and it'll be the direct snap to T.J. Cole. Cole goes left side, puts his head down, goes into Reddy territory to the Reddy 48. That's another 5 yards, Jeff. 2nd down and 5, Ouachita.
Patient, watching his blockers, then he hit the defenders, was able to get a yard or two after contact. Good running by Cole, who is, of course, the single-season record setter in the conference.
2nd down and 5 from the 48. Ouachita indeed eating some time. But it's a one-possession game. If you're Ouachita, you need at least 3 here after all this work. 2nd and 5 from the 48. Give to T.J. Cole. Cole finds a little running room to the 45. That's another 3. And just as the last time, Richard, when quarterback Grant Allen went for a first down, it is 3rd and 2 again for Ouachita.
Yeah, and Givens in the ball game now. But Ouachita has stayed away from the direct snap really on a short yardage situation since they were stopped earlier in the game on the 4th down, Rex. I think they like to create a little more doubt in the mind of Henderson of what could be coming.
Big 3rd and 2 here. Givens set to the left of Grant Allen on 3rd down. Connor Flanagan in motion. They pitch to Flanagan, and he's pulled down in the backfield. Great play by Henderson's Demarion Parham. Parham was in the right place at the right time, Jeff, and Henderson's going to get the football back, trailing by 7.
He just sprinted into the backfield from the corner and found Flanagan coming right at him and then made a nice tackle. So Goodman's in, but he's in for a punt instead of a field goal.
Pressure on Goodman to pin the Reddies deep. Clock running, 8:39, 8:38, 8:37. Ouachita leading 28-21, but Henderson's offense getting the ball back. Short punt, but a high punt to ensure there is no return. So fair catch at about the 22, it looks where they're going to mark it. So the Reddies are going to start 78 yards away, Richard.
Yeah, 8:25 left to go in this one. You would have liked to see Ouachita get points on that one. unfortunately stopped trying to go around the edge, and the defense is going to have to come out and make some more plays. The defensive line has made them today.
We'll pause. Ouachita Football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Have the ball back.
And obviously not a soul has left on this huge crowd that has packed Cliff Harris Stadium this afternoon. Well, I'd love an aerial shot of this right now. This is just small college football at its very finest, Richard.
Somebody might have a drone and have gotten up there and gotten a picture. Wouldn't be surprised.
First down and 10, Henderson working from the 22. Reddies trail 28-21, 8:25 left, fourth quarter. Adam Morse, the Henderson quarterback, with two wideouts to either side. Morse, straight drop, comes right side, tipped away by Greg Jr. Good play by Jr.
Yeah, that's just a perfect play. He was right on the receiver. It was Curry, in fact. He was right on Curry just before the ball got there. He reached around and batted it away without grabbing him with his other arm. Beautiful play. Gregory Jr.'s done a good job on Curry today.
Boy, Curry and Jr., that has been two fine ones matched up against each other.
It's been fun to watch. Both have won the matchup at times.
Second down and 10, Reddies. Working from their 22. Two men split near side, one far side, one running back. They go on the ground, and it's going to be up to the 26-yard line. That is a gain of 4. Third down and 6, Jeff. Big play.
He was physical to get the yardage that he got, but running has been difficult today for Henderson State. They'll go back to the pass now.
See if Ouachita can force a 3 and out with 7:55 left in the fourth quarter and the clock running. Third and 6 for the Reddies. Morse, the senior quarterback, straight drop, has time, comes near side, has a receiver over the 30, out to the 34-yard line. It is Henderson's Elliott Curry, the senior out of Guthrie, Oklahoma. That man we've been talking about, and boy, that was a key conversion right there, Richard.
Yeah, they've not been great on third down today. They've made some fourth downs. Not great on third down, but that was a big one right there to keep that drive going. They would have had to punt for sure.
Gain of 8 on third and 6, so a fresh set of downs for the Reddies. Now they're 66 yards away. Morse, again, out of the shotgun. He rolls to his right, looking under pressure and has to throw it away. Credit the Ouachita rush that time.
Yeah, Damian McDonald was in his face that time, and he wisely just threw that one out of bounds. There was nowhere to go. Live to fight another down, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Reddies at the 34, trailing Ouachita 28-21. This clock all the way down to 7:09 now, Jeff.
Misdirection play that time. I'm sure Henderson thought that would be wide open. It was not, and credit McDonald also for not hitting the quarterback as he let it go. So that's just an incompletion, no penalty on the play.
2nd down and 10 from the 34. They set on the near hash mark. Straight drop for Morse. Comes left side. Got a receiver over the 40, out to the 42-yard line. That's Xavier Malone, and it's going to be 3rd and short, Richard. Another key third down play coming up.
Yeah, this is big right here.
3rd and
the
2.
Henderson run game has not been great. It's been a little bit better in the second half. Keep an eye on Morse keeping the football here.
Running back is Darius Austin. Now, they're going to put Austin to the left of Morse. Now he goes to the right of Morse on a key 3rd and 2. Morse takes the snap, does give to Austin, and he falls forward. First down, Reddies. They move those chains.
Yeah, Damian McDonald hit him, but he was able to just fall forward and was able to get the first down. So they keep it going. I think they would have been going for it on 4th down there, Rex, regardless.
Now the Reddies 54 yards away, trailing 28-21. 6:10, 6:09, 6:08. Clock running in this fourth quarter. 28-21, Ouachita but Henderson now on the move. Morse will come out of the pistol this time. One running back, fakes to him, rolls to his right, looks back left, throws too high, incomplete.
Guyman was there all over it. If that was completed, it would have been a yard loss. So Ouachita did a good job covering that one. 2nd and 10, under 6 minutes left to go now, Rex. And
That
it
clock's
feels
really
quick, doesn't
running.
it?
Woo! 2nd and 10, 46. This one's coming to the wire, Jeff.
Oh, it's the drama that we knew would happen, didn't we? A Ouachita Henderson game, full house, and a great contest. Ouachita hanging on to that lead. Henderson trying to catch up.
Reddies down 7, but on the move. They're out to the 46-yard line now with a 2nd and 10. Running back is Darius Austin, set to the right of his senior quarterback, Adam Morse. Morse probably will be throwing here. Straight drop back, has time, and he threw behind his intended receiver that time. A mix-up on the pattern, as that one wasn't anywhere close to Mike Benning. And Jeff, now the Reddies face a 3rd and 10 at the 46.
Morse has been so accurate, I have to believe you're correct. That was just miscommunication because the receiver was wide open and the throw was behind him.
3rd down and 10 from the 46. You have to think they're going to be looking for Curry or Xavier Malone here.
Malone's giving him a lot of trouble with his speed. I wouldn't be surprised to see a misdirection trying to get the ball in his hands.
3rd down and 10, Reddies. Working from the 46. Morse, straight drop back, looks right, pumps, has time. He throws down the field, nowhere close to the intended receiver.
There is a flag down.
I think they're going to say he may have held him coming out of the break. It was uncatchable. Unless they call holding, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, my. Ouachita hurt on Henderson's last scoring drive with a roughing the passer penalty.
Junior put his hands down as the ball was delivered, but earlier than that, there may have been some contact the officials saw. He threw it as the ball was sailing over the head of the receiver.
Oh, my.
They're really talking about this one.
Yeah, they're taking a long time to sort this out.
I looked at the replay. I did not see anything. I did not see much. There was not holding. If it was interference, it was uncatchable.
They called it holding.
I didn't see that one.
Wow.
I did not see that one.
That's an automatic 1st down for the Reddies. Oh, my.
They're not letting Greg Jr. put his hands really on Curry at all. I mean, Curry's a star player in the conference. You get some of those calls, but I didn't see that one.
All right, a fresh set of downs for the Reddies from the 44 of Ouachita. Reddies trail 28-21 on the move. 5:44 left in regulation. From the 44, Reddies set on the near hash mark. Adam Morse, the Henderson quarterback. Morse will give on the ground this time. Missed tackle inside the 40-yard line and pushed out of bounds as Henderson's Darius Austin. And Jeff, another flag down.
Way back at the 48-yard line. And
usually where you're going to see a hold, isn't it?
It could be. Let's see. Blocking penalty we expect.
Yep.
It was right as the running back hit the line of scrimmage, so not surprised.
So that'll move it back into Reddy territory, and the Reddies will have it 1st and 20 at their 46. 5.5 minutes. Oh, my.
It's a long time.
I'm getting too old for these battles of the Ravine.
Clock continues to run. Ouachita lines up. Battle of the Ravine probably favors Ouachita when it goes quickly, but Ouachita trying to hang on to a lead right now. Henderson 1st and 20, but they're a passing team.
Yep, 1st down and 20. Adam Morse, senior quarterback, passes right down the sideline. Now some running room. Good blocking out front. Inside the 40. 1st down and more all the way down to the Ouachita 33-yard line goes Xavier Malone.
It was just a swing pass out in the flats, and they blocked it well. It's his speed all day has caused Ouachita problems. He's actually caused Ouachita a lot more problems today than Elliott Curry has, as he's had the big plays.
They'll say the 31. That's a 23-yard gain, Jeff.
Yeah, just a tremendous play. I don't know how he stayed in bounds being hit, but he did, and he got the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Reddy's trying to go tie it late. From the 31 of Ouachita, Morse sets up again, and this time nowhere near his intended receiver. Throws it harmlessly out of bounds. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Clock down to 4:35.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in his face that time. That may have been as much just kind of throwing it away. Still in the vicinity of Curry, so definitely not intentional grounding. 2nd and 10, and You know, the Tigers have let the Reddies drive, but, you know, they still have a chance to make a play here.
Boy, you can feel the electricity in this stadium. 2nd and 10 from the Ouachita 31. Reddies trying to tie it up late, trailing 28-21. Out of the pistol. Morse gives up the middle this time. Good running room, pushing Tigers all the way down to the 25-yard line. Goes Henderson's Darius Alston for a gain of 6. 4-down territory, obviously, since they need 7. So this a huge play, though, Jeff. 3rd and 3 from the Ouachita 25.
Yeah, Ouachita lined up that time looking to put pressure on the quarterback, so they ran the running back right at the Tigers. They got good yardage, but it does set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Alston set to the right of Adam Morse. Morse on 3rd down, will pass, sets up, in trouble, going to run for it, and he gets away from a Tiger and gets the 1st down. What a play by Adam Morse as he's to the 18-yard line, and the Reddies have a fresh set of downs in the red zone.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go downfield. He just tucked and run. We've said he's been their best running back today, and sure enough, he showed it there.
Boy, the senior quarterback has had a fine game. Trailing 28-21. The Reddies now down to the Ouachita 18, 3:30, 3:29, 3:28, 3:27. 1st and 10 from the 18. Morse out of the pistol. Running back set behind him. Wide receivers either side. Morse rolling left, passing, got a receiver diving. Was it caught? It was! Touchdown! Touchdown, Henderson Reddies, and they are an extra point from tying the score. Elliott Curry.
That was a great catch by Curry. That's why they're NFL scouts here. A diving catch just before he landed about a foot from being out of bounds. Wonderful play by Curry. Good pass by Morris, and they're an extra point away.
Heaton on to attempt the extra point and tie this one back up. Snap. Hold, kick, it is good, and we are tied. 3:12 left in regulation. Ouachita 28, Henderson 28. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues from the 94th Battle of the Ravine in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
This is Stella. Stella likes retro style and old school country. Stella also likes holding alligators. It's time for a road trip. Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Pass of 18 yards from Morse to Curry, and this game is tied up at 28, 3:12 left in regulation.
We could see overtime. Ouachita, plenty of time to take it and score, though. We'll see what they can do with it. There's Salem Falls at the 5, at the 10, at the 20. Falls puts his head down and goes up over the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it about at the 30, so, Jeff, they have 70 yards to traverse, but all they need is 3.
What you want to do is eat up this 3 minutes and 6 seconds, right? If you get within field goal range, Goodman is an awfully good kicker. If you score a touchdown, that's even better. But you don't want to give Henderson much time when they get the ball back.
And if Goodman gets the kick, he will be kicking with the wind, Jeff.
That's exactly right. Goodman hit the upright just before halftime. He wants another chance.
1st down and 10. Tigers out of the pistol, passing, caught out over the 40, 1st down. Quick 1st down out to Ouachita's Tucker Swoboda. They'll move those chains, trying to get Gabe Goodman in position for a field goal in a 28-28 game.
Swoboda, a really fine receiver, got his first chance and made a nice catch with his hands and then came to the sideline for a 1st down.
Now the Tigers are 60 yards away. They give to T.J. Cole. Cole's got running room. Watch out. 50, 45, inside the 40, down to the 37. 1st down.
Yeah, the big players come up big in the 4th quarter, don't they? T.J. Cole with a huge play, and Ouachita's knocking on the door suddenly.
1st and 10, Ouachita from the ready 37-yard line. Score tied at 28. 2:27 and the clock moving. 2:25, 2:24, 2:23. First down and 10 from the 27. There is the give to Cole again. Not a lot that time. A yard to the 36. Trying to get into field goal range here. 2nd and 9 for Ouachita, and they're letting that clock move on down, Jeff. We're at 2 minutes, 1:59 and moving.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts, but right now the clock is moving. Ouachita lines up, not in a big hurry, letting some clock run, trying to get a little closer, not in field goal range yet.
2nd down and 9 from the 36 of Henderson. On 2nd down, Grant Allen will come out of the shotgun. Kemontre McKnight comes in motion. Now Ouachita uses a timeout. We pause. 1:39 left in regulation. Ouachita 28, Henderson 28. Ouachita football 2021, presented by Visit Hot Springs, continues in 30 seconds here on the Ouachita Football Network.
This is Flo. When Flo isn't waiting tables at the Sunrise Grill, she's waiting on sunsets in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. Plan your next vacation at hotsprings.org.
Unless we go to overtime, it's Ouachita 28, Henderson 28. Ouachita Tigers have the ball in Henderson territory, and they're moving it.
2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line of Henderson. Wideouts to either side. Kendall Givens, the freshman running back, to the left of his sophomore quarterback, Grant Allen. Kemontre McKnight now goes in motion left to right. Allen's going to pass. Can't find anybody open. Going to kind of run and only gets to the 36. So now 3rd down and 9, and this is not yet in field goal range. Tigers going to need to complete a pass here, Jeff. Clock running with 1:22 left.
Yeah, it looked like he had an opening, but a good job by Henderson to sprint to him and make the tackle. So from the 36, a little deep for field goal. They want some yardage on this play.
3rd and 9 for Ouachita. Grant Allen sets up. Oh, the blitz. He's just going to have to dump it away. Almost a catch by Connor Flanagan, but he couldn't hang on. Now from here, it would be a 53-yard field goal attempt, Jeff.
Yeah, I think he can get it there, but I'm not sure that they're going to be willing to try it. A lot of discussion on the sideline now. Will they punt? Will they kick a field goal? Will they go for it? What will they do? They really blitzed Allen that time, and he was hit hard, but hit as he threw it, no penalty. Here comes Goodman.
Wow. He's got just a little bit of a win. Wouldn't you know it's let up now, so very little. A 53-yard attempt with 1:02 remaining to give Ouachita the lead. Woo, that's a long way. 53 yards. Snap, hold, kick, trying to get there prior to the snap, timeout Henderson. And that wouldn't have made it, so it's really a break for Ouachita.
It is. I think he's capable of getting it there from 53, but they'll talk about it. He may have heard the whistle before he even kicked the ball that time. And it does take a timeout away from Henderson's offense.
1:02 left. So if he misses it, the ball, of course, comes back out to the 36, Michael Westbrook, and then Henderson has a chance to get in field goal range. Heaton, of course, hit one from over 40 yards on the last play of regulation last week to keep Henderson's championship hopes alive.
Yes, Heaton, and then, of course, their starting kicker who got hurt, Timo Martinez. Those are two guys that are used to kicking game winners. I looked up the stats. 28 yards is the longest this year for Goodman. So he was our pregame interview, Jeff. He wanted a big moment. Well, he really wanted a blowout. We just wanted him to have a big game. He's going to have a real chance here if they do decide to keep him out there.
Well, we know at the end of the first half he got it there from 45 yards. It just hit the upright, not the crossbar. But this is 53. This is a long one.
53 yards with a little bit of a wind to his back. They will set it on the near hash mark. Hayden Lassiter, the senior out of Warren, is his holder. Here we go. Snap, hold, kick, trying to get there. It is good! It's good! It's good!
Oh, don't you love this celebration on the Ouachita side? Everybody with their hands in the air saying it is good. Gabe Goodman from Arkadelphia nailed it.
Henderson still, though, with time to get in field goal range themselves. Ouachita takes the lead 31-28. But the Reddies still with time, Jeff. So now you call on that Ouachita defense.
57 seconds left in this contest. What an incredible game. Now that's time for them because they can throw long. They can also throw short. They can try to get back into field goal range and give Heaton a chance to be a hero for a second week in a row.
They can also score a touchdown and beat you.
Yeah.
With receivers like Xavier Malone and Elliott Curry.
Yeah, they're going to be running a little deeper patterns. Ouachita's got to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, that's going to be a key with 57 seconds left, getting pressure on quarterback Adam Morse. Reddies do have 2 of their timeouts left. 2 timeouts left. So Goodman will kick off. It starts with good kick coverage here. And they're not even going to get a return, I don't think. No, he is going to return it from 2 yards deep. Tigers trying to get the tackle, and they do just outside the 20-yard line. So, and now we got a late flag down, Michael, over on the Ouachita sideline.
Yeah, we do. The return man was shielding his eyes because of the sun looking into that, and initial reaction was Ouachita players pointing, saying it was against Henderson. And a long discussion taking place with the officials on that Ouachita side. The flag's at the 30.
Here we go.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Crucial penalty on Ouachita, Jeff, as Henderson only needs to get it in field goal range here to send this one to overtime.
It looked like the kickoff return was a mistake. It went from 53 on the clock to 57 to 53, and they only got to the 20-yard line instead of the 25 with the touchback. But then the 15-yarder gives them new life at the 36. Goodness.
Henderson, first down and 10, so they will start 64 yards away from the end zone, trailing 31-28, and they have 2 timeouts left. Adam Morse, the senior quarterback for Henderson, sets up lots of time, goes right side too high. Intended receiver on the play was Xavier Malone, the good junior, out of Lake Cormorant, Mississippi, 2nd and 10 from the 36. And the Tigers try to get 3 more stops with 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ouachita 31, Henderson 28. 2nd and 10, Reddies. 2 wide receivers to either side for Morse. Morse straight drop, again time, now flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, having to throw it on the sideline, incomplete. Finally got a rush on him, had to rush it a bit at the end, had lots of time at first, and then he just threw it to Xavier Malone, who couldn't hang on, and now, Jeff, you're down to 3rd and 10.
Really good defense on the sideline by Andrew Hayes, who got a hand in to help make that an incomplete pass. This is a good job by Ouachita. They've got 2 timeouts, still 41 seconds left. They're not going to run out of time, I don't think. Ouachita's just got to stop them.
3rd down and 10. Morse looks. Now he's going to run for it. Got some running room, but short of the first down. Out to the 43, and Henderson's going to have to burn a timeout here to talk about their 4th down play. Where are they going to spot it? I think about the 44. So the Reddies call their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left with 35 seconds. So they face, Jeff, a 4th and a short 2 at the 44-yard line with 35 seconds left and 1 timeout. In other words, if Ouachita gets the stop, it's kneel-out time. This game is over.
Yes, they've got to get a stop against a big quarterback and some good running backs. They've been able to make 4th and short previously in the game, but of course, one thing that happened as a result of that run by the quarterback is that they lost another timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left. You'd think they'd put that in their pocket for a while, so will they take a huge chance and throw the ball on 4th down and a little more than 1 yard? Let's see what Henderson decides to do after this timeout.
I think they very well could throw it here, Michael.
Well, yeah, they could. It was Damian McDonald that made the play to set up this scenario, one of those senior leaders on defense for Ouachita.
4th down, they need let's call it about 1.5 yards. 1.5 yards needed for the first down. Adam Morse, the Henderson quarterback. Morse takes the snap, rolls to his right. Good rush, pass, incomplete. It's incomplete. Ouachita is going to win the Battle of the Ravine. Say good night, Reddies.
Whoa, what an amazing game, Rex Nelson. Woo! Oh, my goodness. A beautiful defensive play. Morse thought he had it. They rolled out. They decided not to run because they didn't want to use another timeout when they moved the chains. Henderson passed the ball. Incomplete pass from a quarterback who's thrown very few incompletions today, but 3 on this drive, including a 4th down and 1 incompletion.
How about that? 4th and 1.5 incomplete, and it's the victory formation for Ouachita. They will go to 9-2 and win a 5th consecutive Battle of the Ravine. 20 seconds left. Henderson's not going to bother to use the timeout. Ouachita is going to win the Battle of the Ravine for a 5th consecutive time and deny the Reddies a share of the championship. 3, 2, 1. Paint it purple, baby. Paint it purple.
Oh, my goodness. A full house, and the Ouachita side just went crazy.
And the
now
students are now storming the field.
Oh, don't you love that? Don't you love that? I don't know if we're supposed to love it, but I can't help it. The students are out on the field.
The students are storming the field. Keep an eye, Michael. Find Richard, because it's going to be a mob scene down there.
I've got him. He's got Coach not ready just yet. Now he is.
All right, Richard, go ahead.
Coach Todd Knight. And Coach Knight, I got to start it out with, man, Gabe Goodman. I saw him going out there. Thought you may be punting. That probably has to be close to career long, if it's not a career long. The confidence in him and then his ability to hit that kick.
Yeah. We put the offense back out there. Just for a second. They called timeout. You know, Laster's telling me he can make it. I mean, Laster got that field goal. Laster just said, hey, I believe in him. He can do it, Coach. So that's what we did.
All right, you have now won 5 straight Ballerines against the Reddies. The only other time in Ouachita history that Ouachita's done that was when you were playing back in the 80s. So this ties a long for winning against the Reddies. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it does. I can't even remember all that, but just proud of these kids and the way they fought today, and just an awesome job with our coaches and our players, everybody.
Heard in the pregame show you were talking about the defensive line. Last week there just wasn't the pressure, got to get off blocks. Today it seemed like the defensive line was after Morris the entire game, and that made a difference a lot on his drop back.
No doubt. I mean, it started up front on both sides of the ball. I thought we dominated both sides of the ball, O-line and D-line. It was a good day for us.
And Grant Allen then, of course, a tough game last week, tough game for everybody, but came back, had a fantastic game today, maybe one of his best ones, long runs, passes, everything.
It's great. I'm going to celebrate.
Wow! 53-yard field goal to win it, and then the Tigers hold the Reddies. Jeff, I'm out of words right now. Wrap this one up.
Oh, my. In the pregame show, we had that interview with Gabe Goodman. He said, you know, I would enjoy kicking a game-winning field goal. I'd just as soon blow them out. Well, that blowout we all knew wasn't really going to happen against this Henderson team, but he got the chance from 53, and he nailed it. A beautiful kick. Now, right before halftime, he had missed one from 45 that hit the upright. So we knew he had some distance, and he was able to get it downfield a little bit, but not much wind behind him. And he was able to put his best kick into it. It went through the uprights, and Ouachita grabs the 3-point win against a 9-1 team. Both teams finish at 9-2 in the regular season.
Both teams nationally ranked. Now, we still think, Michael, what's the Southeastern score right now?
They have played 3 in Durant. East Central leads 17-14.
Wow. Well, Ouachita could sneak into the playoffs. I still think it's a long shot. You need Southeastern to get beat, Jeff, obviously, since they have the head-to-head win over Ouachita.
Well, no matter what happens, this will be a game that we'll always remember. You know the players will remember it. I saw especially some seniors down there, and they're thinking, this is why I came back after COVID. This is why I wanted that extra year to come back and play out my eligibility, to have one more chance to beat Henderson. Some of these guys, of course, none of these guys, I guess, have lost to Henderson State. What an amazing run by the Tigers. What a great senior class, the winningest class ever in the history of Ouachita.
Boy, and this crowd very slow to leave on the Ouachita side. This is one of those games, Michael, nobody wants to leave the stadium. They just want to be here and soak up this feeling of this classic Battle of the Ravine.
This is a lot of fun. I realize that my job is to keep track of Richard. I've lost him. I'm going to try to find him. It's so fun to see the students down there on the field. And, yeah, everybody's just standing in the bleachers, not even moving, and just enjoying the moment.
Enjoying the moment totally as Ouachita wins a 5th consecutive Battle of the Ravine, 31-28 over the favored Reddies of Henderson. After the Ouachita loss last week, Henderson jumps ahead of Ouachita in the national standings. I think there was a lot of doubt about Ouachita after last week. I think most people were picking Henderson. I picked Henderson on my blog, hoping I was wrong, and I was. But Ouachita was playing what in recent years now has become a rare role of an underdog. And I frankly think it helped these kids play a little looser today, Jeff.
I think so also, especially after last week where Ouachita arguably played its worst game. Ouachita was able to refocus this week, the Battle of the Ravine. It involves the entire campus guarding the Tiger all week, a lot of traditions during the week, and then you get to the game, you play in front of such a huge crowd. Ouachita was absolutely ready for this contest.
What a classic Battle of the Ravine. There's Todd Knight holding up that ball that's going to stay at Ouachita. Ouachita wins its 5th straight, so that ball has been at Ouachita since the 2016 game, since they didn't play last year. And as I said at the sign-on, Jeff, missing the Battle of the Ravine last year, I think made us all recognize how important this day is in all of our lives. And this is one of those we'll talk about many years from now.
I thought it was beautiful what you said to the players last night, that there aren't many times when you know ahead of time that you're about to experience something that will be tremendously important in your life. That is absolutely what has happened with every Battle of the Ravine, but maybe especially this one, as Ouachita was for the first time in some time not the favorite coming in, but they got the huge win. Ouachita finishes on a high note, and we'll just see what the future has to hold.
And they may not be GAC champions this year, Michael, but they're Battle of the Ravine champions, and this team's lining up with dozens of people taking their photo now.
Well, and Terrell Gibson is wearing the heavyweight champion belt down there as well, so they've got that to celebrate with for the pictures as well.
Wow. Ouachita 31, Henderson 28, and it's everything, I mean, from the weather to the leaves to the crowd and then the game itself. Jeff, I can't emphasize enough. It's everything you expect out of the greatest rivalry in small college football.
It absolutely is, and I don't care where you go. You're not going to find players more excited to play this game than the Ouachita players in the Henderson game. You can go to any level, and this is as intense as it gets. They may not run quite as fast as NFL wide receivers. They may not be quite as big as NFL players, but nobody gets more intense than this rivalry, and Ouachita's celebration at the end is a clear sign of that.
And have no doubt, Jeff, this was a great Henderson football team that Ouachita beat this afternoon.
Really, really a fine team. They were never able to get their deep pass game going because Ouachita had a nice pass rush.
All right, let's go back down to Richard now. He's going to be catching many of these Ouachita players as he
fullback
can.
Tight end Jack Pillow, and we're going to get a lot of players, so just kind of hang with us. But Jack, kind of want to start with you because you're a senior, you've been around, you're a team captain, you have now never lost to the Reddies. What does this one mean?
It means the world to me, and it means the world to me and my other seniors, honestly my brothers, man. Like we've been here for a while. We've gone through it with COVID, and just this way. I got you. Man, this just caps off my senior year. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, you came back. You could have graduated because of COVID. This had to be what you came back.
Absolutely. There's nothing like it in the world.
Now, last week, of course, a tough game last week. Run game had a tough time getting going, but today it just seemed like y'all were playing with a complete different energy out there and just had something different. And then you had their number, especially earlier. And did it feel like that from a run game perspective, especially as the game went on, that things were starting to loosen up a little bit?
Yeah, there's just a different kind of energy that surrounds this game, and we knew that last week we didn't play to our ability. And honestly, we just wanted to come out here and this was a pride game. We wanted to show people who we were, and I think we did that.
I'm going to talk to you about special teams. I know you probably not talked about that, but I think I was surprised when Gabe Goodman came out. I thought they were going to punt it, but it felt like there was a ton of confidence on the sidelines when he went out and nailed that one.
Absolutely. I remember it was Hayden Lassiter looked at Coach Knight right in his eyes and said, he's got it. He's going to make it. So that was pretty cool.
All right, thanks. Congrats on the win.
How about my man Hayden Lassiter? You heard Coach Knight say that too, that he probably was going to go for it on 4th and down. And the guy that I really consider the senior leader of this team, Hayden Lassiter, basically told Todd Knight, let him kick. He's going to make it, right?
Just like the scene out of a movie, isn't it? Lassiter steps up and says that. Goodman steps up and makes the kick.
Yeah. Says he's got it, and look who he's got, Gabe Goodman. Here's the hero of the day from Arkadelphia.
Trying to move closer for us.
All right.
The kicker, Gabe Goodman, who made the winning field goal. First, Gabe, I saw you going out there. I said a minute ago when I was interviewing Coach Knight, I thought it was going out for a punt, but y'all ended up going out to kick. I don't know your career long. I don't have stats in front of me. Was that your career long? And what were you feeling going out to kick that one?
Yes, sir. That was my 10 yards. My farthest one was 43, and we've never attempted anything farther than that, except for today, and I missed one. But the 53 is definitely something that was in my range. I was feeling good about it. You know, I went out and I was kind of just thinking about, like, the seniors, which kind of sounds corny, but, like, that's what we talked about before the game, and now that's all I'm thinking about. And so just to give us the opportunity, and growing up in Arkadelphia and going to the Battle of Ravine as a kid, it's huge to be able to be in such a situation like that, and it's amazing.
You're right. You missed the one before half. How do you hit the upright almost good, but not? How do you shake that and come out and hit that one?
You kind of just have to forget about it. I mean, especially it's easy too in a game-winning situation because you're not thinking anything. But it's just you got to put it past you, which is hard to do. But that's something I've been working on, and clearly it's shown.
You're remarkably calm for somebody who just hit the game-winning field goal in the Battle of Ravine. But I mean, this is going to be one of those things you're probably going to have to remember for a while. I mean, we know the first game you played, you hit a game winner against Harding, but it's kind of the moment you live for as a kicker.
Oh yeah, I mean this is definitely. I mean Harding was a great game, but this definitely tops every game I've ever played in. So it's an amazing feeling.
All right, thanks. Congrats on the win.
All right, Gabe Goodman, and as Jeff said, like something out of a movie. Richard's got some more Tigers.
Running backs here, we've got Kendall Givens and T.J. Cole, and about last week it was tough going. Even in the first half some this week, the run game was a little tough going, but then second half it seemed like, I'll start with you, Kendall, especially you started leaning on them and busted a few big ones. Did you feel them getting a little tired out there?
They told us to trust it all week. That was a really good football team. Defensively, they had us schemed up, but I believe my O-line. They had us schemed up, but that didn't matter. At some point in the game, we got to go get it.
All right, so you've been here 2 years, but of course there was no games last year, so this is your first Battle of Ravine. You've been hearing about it for about 2 years before this. Tell me your thoughts about it, and did it live up to the hype?
Man, I came down in 19 for a visit, and it was nothing short of what I saw in 19. It may have been a little better than what I saw in 19 just because of the anticipation. We didn't have a season last year. It was fun for me today.
All right, and you come in, of course, y'all come in and knowing that Henderson wins this game, they got to share the conference championship. They win this game, they're in the playoffs. It's got to feel sweet to take some of that stuff away from it.
Well, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of didn't go how we wanted to go this year, but as far as them, man, that's a good football team, and I'm happy for the win.
Well, you're still in it. We got to watch them scores and see what happens for y'all. So I'll talk to T.J. Cole here. And T.J., honestly, in this game, in the second half a lot, it was Kendall that was getting a lot of the runs. Now, you were still in there getting touchdowns, but talk about the confidence y'all have in him going out there. I mean, it's been you all year long. But
it's not all just me. It takes everybody. It takes all 11. And me and Kendall got a great relationship. So whenever he's in, I'm cheering him on. Whenever I'm in, he's cheering me on. I can say we're the best 1-2 punch in the country.
Well, I will say, we didn't talk to you after the game last week, but last week you broke the conference record for rushing. Today you go over 1,500 yards. You end up the year, you're going to be number 3 in Ouachita single season rushing. I mean, there's some good players that played at Ouachita. There's some good players that have played in this conference. What does that stuff mean to you?
I'm forever grateful and thankful for all my achievements this season. But I'm going to see y'all again next year.
We're looking forward to it. And then beating Henderson, I mean, this one had to be. You come in this one a little bit as an underdog. Is this one as sweet as y'all have had?
For sure. This is it's a big-time game. We think about it all year, even though we try not to mention it. But I love it. I love it. Way to compete today.
Thanks. Congrats on the win. Talk to Hayden Lassiter here. Hayden, I'm going to talk to you about special teams first because I've had 3 people say so far that I said they shouldn't out Gabe Goodman, thought you were going to punt, but they said, no, Hayden looked in Coach Knight's eyes and said, he's got this. We're kicking this. Take us through that and the confidence you had in your kicker because you're the safety, but you are a holder out there too.
Well, I knew when they called the timeout and Gabe kicked it, even though Trey Flint snapped it, I knew Gabe, if the timing was off, and Gabe really didn't. He didn't even seem like he wanted to kick that one. And then we got to the sideline, and I guess Coach saw the kick kind of short, and he called the offense back out. And I said, Coach, we're making the kick. He said, hold on just a minute. I said, Coach, we're making the kick. Gabe's got it. He's got it. 52 yards, he's got it. Worked on it before the game. And he said, all right, let's kick it. And we got out there. The ref, I told the ref, I said, this is what it's all about, isn't it? He said, yep, beautiful day for football. And Gabe said, it's a beautiful day for OBU to win, too. And then he goes on to make the kick. So it's storybook, man. It's awesome.
Called the shot. I didn't know that. So did you, right when he struck it, did you know it was going to be good?
Oh, yeah, right down the center the whole way. It felt good when it left. There's a sound it makes, and he made that sound and right down the middle.
All right, let's talk about defense a little bit. You come in, this is, I think we can all agree probably the best receiver you're going to see all year. And Elliott Curry, he has some plays, he gets some interference against him, but this is also a fantastic offense all the way around. So what was the key to slowing them down today?
Very talented offense. Key to slowing them down, I know we allowed 28 points, but we made them snap it over and over and over again. You know, you take 4 penalties away, they might not score a point in the game. I'll give them 7. I'll give them 7. They got bailed out on about 4 third and longs, not just third and shorts, and they're a good football team. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of respect for those guys. Elliott Curry's an awesome receiver. They got a good tandem of running backs, quarterbacks not scared to throw the football. Number 6 is a lot better than anybody thinks he is. He's probably the best receiver on the football team. That's a good football team. We're just really glad we come out with a win.
Well, we saw it looked like every time they went to try and throw it deep, there was just a lot of pressure up front and some sacks or holdings or something like that. That has to help you all in the secondary.
Oh, well, all week we just said we want to make them snap it. They're a team that lives off shot plays and deep plays, and everybody else has allowed it, so we want to see what happens when we don't allow it. And, they had some long plays, but it wasn't due to a ball traveling 40 yards down the field, so we just tried to manage the game.
All right, thanks. Congrats on the win. We got Grant Allen here. And
whoops, we've lost Richard just all of a sudden.
Yep. I'll let him know.
All right, yeah. If you can try to get a message to him, maybe try to get him a little bit closer so we can hear him with Grant Allen. But Jeff, back to what we were saying, just kind of storybook in that. Again, the quarterback or the kicker, Gabe Goodman, kicks it way short, but Henderson had called a timeout, giving him another chance. Todd Knight's not going to give another chance. And his holder, the senior leader of this team, Hayden Lassiter, says he's going to make it, do it.
Yeah, no doubt in his mind at all. No doubt in his mind at all. He
we're
told
back
his
here
coach that.
Now,
Here we
go. And Grant, you've seen this game a few times, the Battle of Ravine. Take us through playing in this one, actually.
Oh, the atmosphere was incredible. We knew it would be a hard-fought game. Give a lot of credit to them. They played us really great. The fans were amazing. The atmosphere was awesome, and we just fed off that energy.
All right, thanks. Congrats on the win.
All right, Grant Allen, the quarterback with Richard down there, and again, gosh, just unbelievable stuff today. As it's the kind of thing we'll be talking about years from now. Jeff and I will be writing about. The coach is talked into the long field goal. That was 10 yards longer, by the way, Jeff, than the longest field goal of Gabe Goodman's career to this point. 10 yards longer.
It's a testament to the fact that Goodman just has a great deal of not just confidence, but control over his emotions. He really has that. A lot of kickers can make kicks at practice, But if you can come out and kick your best distance in a game under pressure with people coming at you, that means something. Lassiter did his part. The snapper Trey Flint did his part, and he just nailed it. It was a beautiful kick. He just came out, and as he said, he thought about the seniors. That's such an important thing also. I want to make this kick for the seniors. I want our guys to go out as winners this year, and that has happened.
I had the rare honor of being able to be with the team last night on a Friday night. Coach Knight invited me in. Usually, that's just the players and their coaches, but he asked all those seniors to stand, and the rest of the team gave those seniors a sustained standing ovation, stomping on the floors, beating on chairs. And, Jeff, that's when I knew. That didn't necessarily mean that Ouachita was going to win this football game, but that's when I knew these guys were focused and they were going to play well. They obviously were disappointed in their performance last week, and they came in feeling they had something to prove today.
Some of those guys would have played their last season of football in 2020, but there wasn't a season. So what they did was stay in school and finish in December. They'll finish next month. But they stayed to play one more season, and they got what they wanted. Not a championship, which is what they, of course, had at the top of their list, but they got a great season of football and another win over their arch rival.
All right, as we near the top of the hour, let's pause for station identification on this, the Ouachita Football Network.